Hello and welcome to episode 44 of
44.
episode 44 of Monday Night Bloodbath. That's right, because I told the guys 6 weeks until episode 50, which we've actually been doing this for more than a year already, but we skipped a few weeks due to chicanery, just screwing around and shit. I think I was sick 1 week. But anyhow, welcome to our newest panel member, Dom H. How are you doing, sir?
Wonderful. Thank you for bringing me on. This is like
Not a problem. Not a problem.
An honor.
Hey, I'm glad you're able to join. I'm glad you've got the time to do it. Hey, Steve, You can suck my balls. But no, I'm glad you're able to join up. We're probably going to be starting the show even earlier, starting next week, because I do just want to get some consistency between the two shows that I'm doing now, with having them both start at the same time. Even though they're not necessarily the same show, they are going to kind of start looking a little more similar. I've got retards tonight. I've got political retards this evening. We're going to be talking about Short Fat Otaku's retarded take. But we're going to save that for the end, because we've got all the Zelensky stuff. We're going to watch the 50-minute interview, the 50-minute press conference. We're going to EFAP it.
Nice.
Instead of pausing it, if you want to say something, I'll just mute it.
That was awesome last week.
Yeah, I think people need to see the whole thing to get the full perspective, because all everyone's going on about is like the last 10 minutes. And there's so much more.
So much more.
There's so much more. There's like a whole nother fucking 4/5 of the meeting. Like the last 10 minutes, nothing.
I messaged you saying, like, too bad that couldn't happen Thursday for your Thursday show. That would have been awesome. Even though the Epstein files were pretty big news too.
Well, and that's the whole other thing. I don't know if you noticed the title of this episode. It's the Warmonger and World War III all aboard the Lolita Express. It's a very long title, but I thought I liked it because it was kind of douchey and pompous.
Hey, gal. Bye, gal.
Hey, gal.
Good to see you.
Since I have homework for Thursday, I have to go, but wanted to say hi. She is watching all of Daredevil.
Oh, it came out?
No, she's watching all of the previous Daredevil.
Oh, okay.
Because we're watching the new Daredevil comes out tomorrow at some point. Oh, shit. I don't know when.
But I love those. I love those ones.
I know. The Netflix series was so good. I love the Daredevil one, the Punisher one. Luke Cage was good. And then once Iron Fist came out, it all just kind of went to shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. Those shows were fucking awesome. They don't make shows like that anymore. Especially for Marvel.
And then what was that one with that chick and fucking David Tennant? That one was okay.
In that same.
Yeah, because she was in the Defenders. I can't remember what the hell.
Yeah, Luke Cage and
Luke Cage, the Punisher. There was the chick that was like,
I know exactly talking about. Damn it, I forget her name. I never really watched that one.
She was like super fucking strong.
Yeah,
I watched it because I was a huge David Tennant fan, right? I love that time of Doctor Who.
I'm not a big Doctor Who guy,
but like that I personally didn't think it was that great of a role. It was definitely one of the weaker performings. Not as bad as Iron Fist, but still shitty. Also not as bad as the Defenders.
The main, wasn't a big fan of the main actor of Iron Fist. What's his name?
Yeah, the fucking Prince of Flowers, the guy from Game of Thrones, little faggy guy.
See, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He played the gay guy. He played a gay knight in Game of Thrones.
I was told that you have to watch that show. I always think about it. Like, eventually I'll watch it.
Oh, at this point, it's kind of, I would just say,
But it
whatever.
has a terrible ending. That's all I hear. So
Yeah.
do I want to let myself down?
I don't know. Like, would I rewatch the first 5 seasons? I don't think so. Because you want that ending, and it just never happens. So, I mean, it happens, but it does not go the way you want it to go.
Nice.
I forgot where I was going with all this. I need to pull up my tape.
Sorry, you talk do the Zelensky thing and Trump. You're gonna pull the 50-minute interview.
Before we go into the Zelensky thing, I do have a quick update. Last week, I don't know if you all saw. Last week, I was reading some very disturbing chat messages that was done by government employees in different intelligence committees or whatever the fuck you call them, the fucking NSA and shit like that. Well, we got this like the day after last week's show. Tulsi Gabbard fired all those fuckers.
Nice.
Thank you, Jesse. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Not so good to see some of these transgender sex chats among the intel officials. What are we going to do about that?
Well, Jesse, what we're going to do has already been done. There are over 100 people from across the intelligence community that contributed to and participated in this, what is really just an egregious violation of trust. What to speak of like basic rules and standards around professionalism. I put out a directive today that they all will be terminated and their security clearances will be revoked. But the thing here, Jesse, is like, we got to take a step back because this is just barely scratching the surface. When you see what these people were saying, and thanks to Chris Rufo for putting it all out online.
Did you see any of that stuff that I was reading last week?
No,
like I couldn't even read it all. Like I had to stop. I was
on
like,
your show last week on Thursday?
No, I was reading them on Monday last Beth. Yeah.
No, I probably missed that part.
I had to stop reading. I couldn't keep reading.
Is that terrifying?
I was like, this is disgusting. The fact that anyone would think that would be like okay to talk anything like that on a work forum.
Do you want to bring a couple examples?
Jesus.
I hate to bring down this alley again, but
I can try and see if I can find them.
Just a couple.
Let me see what I can do here. I'll let this play and I'll see if I can find something. Not that there's a whole lot. Oh, I guess there's another minute of this. I'll let this play and I'll look for those.
Okay.
They were brazen in using an NSA platform intended for professional use to conduct this kind of really, really horrific behavior. And they were brazen in doing this because when was the last time anyone was really held accountable? Certainly not over the last 4 years, certainly not over the last 10, maybe 20 years. When we look at some of the biggest violations of the American people's trust in the intelligence community. So today's action in holding these individuals accountable is just the beginning of what we're seeing across the Trump administration, which is carrying out the mandate the American people gave him. Clean house, root out that rot and corruption and weaponization and politicization, so we can start to rebuild that trust in these institutions that are charged with an important mission of serving the American people, ensuring our safety, security, and freedom.
There's going to be a lot of house cleaning because now we're hearing CIA agents don't like getting Doge, so they're going to...
What was that?
No, to get them all out, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still looking. I found like the thread, but I'm looking for like the right message.
No, so when you play that video, I was just laughing at a Weasel's comment.
Oh, yes. So is this not only a short joke, but also like
yes,
making fun of your citizenship in New York because you can't have a rifle?
No, it's just he's just making fun of my height.
But you're on the Yankees. I saw that earlier.
Yes, it was breaking last week. I just didn't announce it. So I got a big hit earlier tonight, and I quickly made it back here. I'm like, I got to get back to Static Show. This is more important.
I saw you got that base hit. Yeah.
I look a little darker in that clip, so.
But this admin show, they don't give a fuck about the legality. I'm still trying to find the right, like Christopher Rufo tweets a lot.
Hey Timon, what's up, Kel? So Steve was here, obviously Gal.
Steve's a bitch.
Just hey, be nice to your brother. I'm nice to my brother all the time. Not fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're nice to your brother all the time.
Oh
yeah. Talking about so basically they were talking about like their transgender surgeries and like different things about that and their relationships, including like their polycules and all of these things, and like talking about their sex lives on a work chat interface, you know?
Yeah.
Like on your
talking about it.
Microsoft Teams or Slack or whatever you use it in the office, like that
weird shit.
Where anyone that works at the company who has access to those chat, like, could just go in and see, like, oh, they're talking about chopping their dick off. That's wonderful. I'm proud of them. No one should. No. Would it be okay for a hetero person to just be like, I got herpes, like talking about like sexual health issues or something? I don't think so.
Fucking weird.
Shit, said that. So yeah, that was I love that so many people that don't deserve them are losing their jobs.
Good. It just sucks that we were talking a little bit about we lost. The Senate voted no on getting men at women's sports because they needed
and
60 votes.
That's because all the Democrats voted.
Yeah, all of them voted no. Fucking
all of them voted no. The partisanship is getting disgusting. Because the whole thing of I just hate the person in the White House and that determines how I feel about things needs to come to an end. Oh, I see the baseball bat he was talking about. It's that one right behind you.
Oh, okay, yes. Bring down the okay. So now I get the whole reference what he's saying. Yes. Yes.
Which, by the way,
that's
hi to Mo and hello, Kel.
That's an
what's
old
this
bat.
gay early crap? You know what? That's what's funny is people give me shit about starting
always being late. Yeah,
so much later, and now I started just a little early. And here,
a little wrench. Get the hell? He's early now.
And it's gonna be and because of reasons and adding Dom and Dom being an East Coaster, we're gonna be moving it up to what is it?
9 o'clock
7 p.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Well, your time zone change. Your zone changes, doesn't it?
In about a month, I'll be back to Pacific time, so it will stay the same time. I have it set up that my shows all stay the same time. I change times. Yeah. Because no one else notices the time change. Only I do, because everyone else changes and I don't.
Isn't didn't Trump want to do something about that?
But you know what? There's always a bill that comes up every single fucking year. Let's get rid of daytime savings, and it never happens. There's also like another real common one that will come up. That'll be a bill in Congress. Will be like going back to the gold standard. Nothing ever happens. Like it just sits there, and they're all like, "Nah, we don't want this." But it's there every time. How you doing, Ruben?
What's going on, Christopher Ruben Hayes?
And Brazil is an hour ahead of you.
Brazil.
So there's one last thing before we go into Zelensky. This will just be quick. So this broad, let me pull this up. Apparently, now I didn't get a chance to look into this, but
Yeah, I
a
haven't
Georgia
seen this.
judge just ordered Fannie Willis to testify under oath before the Senate about hiring her boyfriend to illegally go after President Trump. We will see you soon, Madam DA, Senator Greg Dolezal. So this woman, I don't know if you remember her. This is Fannie Willis.
Yes, of course, I remember her.
She was trying to. She's the one who got the mugshot done.
Oh, of Trump.
Yep, because he had to go to. It was Atlanta where he had to go and get the mugshot
Yeah.
done, and it was for all the shit that she started. So she gets to testify under oath before the Senate. We'll see if anything comes of it. I would love to watch it if it's. Yeah, I would love to watch it.
Is the video interesting or no? It's just like
What's that?
The-
Oh,
the
I think
video.
this is just an old video. I can play this.
okay. Oh no, I wasn't sure if you were playing it.
I have no idea. We can see what it is, but
Yeah.
I think this is just her testifying. Remember when she wore
Look
the
at her
dress
face.
backwards?
Let's say it again.
Remember when she wore? So like she had this hearing where she was like being removed from doing the trial thing or whatever. I don't remember. Oh no, it was about like the weird shit going on with that dude. She wore. She showed up one day with the dress on backwards.
Oh, you said yeah. I remember that. Yeah. I remember people pointing that out.
I think this is that day. If this thing was gone,
Look at her
you
face.
kind of see like there's like a line. Yeah, this is the day she wore the dress backwards. Look, there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
zipper.
God,
Yes.
I didn't even not know that. She just has that attitude,
What attitude is that, Dom?
bitch made attitude.
But yes, hopefully she's about to get her comeuppance. But then once again,
Where's that gonna take place? The testifying.
it didn't say. It might be happening sometime this week. They're kind
I'd
of
love to
quick
see
with
that
like
bitch go
these
down.
Senate hearings. I don't know how busy the Senate is right now, except for they're voting to destroy America's future.
Yes. Fuck the government.
Oh, I forgot to pull this video for an intro tonight. Oh wow.
Oh, come on.
Well, I'll just play it. I'll just play it now. Well, I'll just play it now. We can watch this now.
Hell yeah. I actually never seen like.
There's
yeah, I just.
it's semi-retarded.
Oh, you're playing something different. Okay.
Yeah. This is just going to be the goofy thing that I started the show off. I don't have like a real intro for this one yet. I got to figure something out.
Oh,
This
it's
is just
hilarious.
a compilation of him just binging along.
Oh, his sayings, man, are just hilarious. I always love when he goes when like he's doing like holding a rally and he's like some like say some losers protesting and he goes go back to mommy, go back to mommy, bye, bye. I always love those. She'll tuck you in the bed.
It's been a while since he's had to deal with one of those.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the meat of this. We've got plenty of other things to talk about, but let's watch this long.
Yeah, I've never seen.
interview.
I've seen all the clips. The clips from Jeremy when he was going live in Cobra Cast. I saw all those. Never
And
seen like
he
the full
probably
thing.
watched the whole thing at some point, right? Like, did he
Say
watch
again?
the whole like 40 minutes or whatever? Or did he just watch the like last 12 minutes or whatever it is?
Did he? I don't. From my recall, I don't think he watched the whole thing.
That's a cat, and then Steve hit the enter button.
Steve, are you okay?
No, that's the cat, and then Steve hit the enter button because the cat did it. That's my prediction.
It's always the cat's fault.
Yep. So here we go. So like I said, if you're gonna
Yeah,
say
he
something,
said. Sorry to interrupt.
well, yeah. What did I say? What did I say?
I'm sure, Steve. I can't wait to see Steve. See how tall in Vegas. He said he's 6'8". I'm gonna look like a midget next to him.
He's like an inch taller than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're that tall too? You're the 6'6"?
You don't remember meeting? Like,
I don't remember meeting you. No, we met.
yeah.
No. See, only people I remember meeting were obviously I know Gal and Dermy. Um, I
was
remember
hanging out
meeting
with Dermy like the whole
Prof.
time.
I remember meeting
almost.
Prof and Devil.
Huh? Yep.
And Shock, I don't remember, but just seeing the videos, I kind of remember now. Steve says we met. Oh my god, I'm retarded. Oh god,
I don't remember you being wasted, but you keep saying you were.
I
so
do.
oh there he is.
I was there. I was fighting off all the fucking drink police.
Oh, who's that, Dermy?
There's a few. There was a fucking few. I'm like, dude, calm down. We're fucking adults. You mind your own damn business. Fuck.
So I knew if I said that, someone was gonna say something stupid, and of course, leave it to Weasel.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Leave it to Weasel.
Dom was two-stepping? What? Fucking
I was two-stepping.
Two-stepping.
I was the guy with like 10,000 stickers on me.
I remember that. I put mine on you too.
You did? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
You like? Could you honestly remember all the stickers you had?
I like everybody's on my shirt.
Half of them were memes. Like half of it was just Professor Savage. Like,
yeah.
just doing fucking memes.
Oh man, I can't wait for it again.
So, Shock, I don't know if you've been listening or anything, but we're about to go over the entire Zelensky meeting.
Okay, cool. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna break it down.
What I was gonna what I've been saying is, even though my fucking computer's being weird right now, I don't know why.
The memes are great.
I've got some memes. We've got memes to look at later.
My favorite's the Zelensky is a Stormcloak. For folks got harem.
Yes,
I think it's
that's my favorite one.
Did you see? I didn't grab it, but like from oh my god, what was the first new Star Wars? The Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
You know, that scene where I don't even remember the name of these things. Not the Empire, but the New Empire, where they're like on that giant stage.
Mm-hmm.
Someone superimposed Elon doing the "I throw my heart out to you," and it's just hilarious because all the stormtroopers respond and like.
I didn't see that one.
Anyhow, let me pull this up. What I've been saying though is instead of pausing it, although my computer's being weird, I'm gonna try and just mute it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna move this.
How you doing, Shock? Good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good, man. Long day at work. Got mad at a meeting and took it out on Duke, and I feel bad.
Did you get mad at a meeting because of everyone else's nachos takes?
No, it was it was a circle fucking jerk full of a bunch of managers, no PMs, and they just blame the installers for everything. That's the PM's job.
Okay.
And
I
I
thought
was
you were gonna say it was a giant nacho circle jerk. I was like,
no, I wish it was. I would rather argue nachos than this any day. It was a bunch of fucking managers being like, God, our employees suck. They're the problem, aren't they? And I'm just like, go, because I'm kind of a hybrid. I'm both. I do managers' jobs and I'm an installer, and I'm just like, I fucking hate you people.
I hate to derail this more, but like, what's the nacho thing?
Oh, nachos are overrated.
I know. I tell him he's a terrible Mexican.
No, dude. When I tell Mexicans, look, this is my hot take. You ready? I think nachos are overrated, and they go, okay, and mangoes are overrated. They get mad at the mango. They're way more mad at me being mad at mangoes.
I like mangoes, but I don't think you're wrong.
That's what Mexicans say about nachos. Like, look, I like nachos, but I feel you. If I had to rank all the Mexican and bar food, it's gonna be at the bottom.
See, if I'm going,
it's because Mexicans are just happy with a taco. Sometimes we need a little something different. We need.
But if you're gonna give me a top 5 drunk food for like a bar food, right? Like chicken wings is up there, pizza's up.
Yes.
What are you putting nachos over? Not
because
pizza,
I'm a
not
fat
chicken.
ass. If I'm getting drunk food,
they're not high on the list.
No, that's why I said it's overrated.
But how about this? When you go into the movie theater, what are you getting? Like, I'm getting nachos and cheese.
Bro, my fucking grandpa got nachos when we saw A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
That was the fucking it was so loud. Literally, I'm like, this is the worst. Who eats nachos at a movie theater? I never thought about it until then, and I never did it again.
I've never had
A lot of
nachos at a
people
movie theater
do.
either.
I get
I do
no, I just
not
get
buy. I do
popcorn.
not buy any hot food except for maybe popcorn, but I haven't had popcorn in years.
I get sick of popcorn, so I like go
I
nachos
do
and cheese.
popcorn and then half a Coke icy and half a cherry icy. So it's like a cherry Coke icy with popcorn. That's what I get.
Okay. I do. I do
Or s-
Skittles and or Skittles.
You would,
or
you fruitcake.
Red Vines.
Oh, red vines are good. I like red
Oh,
vines.
yeah.
Red Vines. Fuck a Twizzler.
yeah.
It's all about the red.
I like
Twizzlers are disgusting.
What?
Amen.
Yes.
The red
Oh.
red licorice? Come on.
No. Red vines are good.
Red Vines are good.
Okay.
Twizzlers are disgusting.
Twist.
Have you had both of
Twizzlers
them?
are like the shiny, terrible ones. They're not licorice. They're like just plastic. They're like
Yeah, they're
fake
like
licorice.
glossy.
I hate the black licorice.
Oh my!
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
Nasty.
no one.
my
No one,
grandma
no one
loves
wants to
that
eat anus.
garbage.
Sorry, yeah,
That's a
keep the rail on the
grandma
cut.
thing.
All right, let's watch
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah, I keep the rail on
Let's do it.
it.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have President Zelensky of Ukraine, and we've been working very hard, very close. So we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time and very well. We had a little negotiation spat, but that worked out great. I think for both countries, I think for the world, actually, beyond both countries. And we have something that is a very fair deal. And we look forward to getting in and digging and working and getting some of the rare earth. But it means we're going to be inside, and it's a big commitment from the United States, and we appreciate working with you very much. And we will continue to do that. We have had some very good discussions with Russia. I spoke with President Putin, and we're going to try and bring this to a close. It's something that you want, and if he wants, we have to negotiate a deal. But we've started the confines of a deal, and I think
There you go.
something can happen. The big thing is the number of soldiers, mostly at this point, but soldiers being killed. They're losing thousands of soldiers. So on both sides, we're losing a lot of soldiers, and we want to see it stop. And we want to see the money get put to different kinds of use, like rebuilding. And we're going to be working very hard. But we've had a lot of very good conversations. I will say until we came along, the Biden administration didn't speak to Russia whatsoever. They didn't speak to anybody. They just allowed this to continue. And I will say that, I'll say in front of you, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, if I were president, this war would have never happened. We would have had a deal negotiated for you without having to go through what you've gone through. But your soldiers have been unbelievably brave. We've given them great equipment, but somebody has to use the equipment. They've been unbelievably brave. And we give them great credit. This was supposed to be over very quickly, and here we are 3 years later.
Could you imagine being Trump and like having to like tell him how brave his soldiers are when I'm pretty sure Trump just thinks this guy's just burning them like cannon fodder.
Oh, dude. God,
Like-
that's so true.
That to me, that was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And Zelensky probably had no fucking clue.
Doesn't care.
Do you think
No.
do you think he's even listening? I don't know. He's like looks like he's zoned out.
Like he might have his own things on his own mind.
Yeah. I don't know. Just watching his tone and expression.
So I give tremendous credit
No.
to General.
Sent
and
all the best
soldiers.
non-binaries and trannies to the front line.
Well, now that apparently, supposedly, they're just snagging dudes off the streets in Ukraine to go
I
fight.
saw that.
I don't know. Like I've seen a lot of people claiming this. I don't know how you prove that that's true, but that's what's out there in the streets right now.
Oh, I got another one.
Hey, if you're in Ukraine, don't go in the streets, dude.
Yeah, I've
Like,
seen
just
that.
stay home.
Yeah.
What's going on exactly? There's
Supposedly, they're just nabbing dudes off the streets to make them go fight the war.
oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I got another Trump joke. Our frontliners, they're nice and brave. They can't believe the destruction in Ukraine. Their heart literally stops when they see it because they were vaccinated.
Gotcha.
Except Trump wouldn't go there because he likes the vaccine.
I know.
Uh,
Damn it.
yes.
All right. Oh, well.
that is true.
And yourself, in the sense that it's been very hard fighting, very tough fighting. They're great fighters, and you have to be very proud of them from that standpoint. But now we want to get it over with. It's enough, right? We want to get it over with. So it's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to sign the agreement at the conference in the East Room in a little while, right after lunch. And we'll be having lunch together. We're also discussing some other things.
Not really.
And we appreciate everybody being here. It's somewhat of an exciting
Never
moment. But the
happens.
really exciting moment is when we get when they stop the shooting and we end up with a deal. And I think we're fairly close to getting that. And an honor to have you. And please, I'd like to say something.
No, thanks so much, Mr. President. Thank you for the invitation. And really, I hope that this first document, will be a first step to real security guarantees for Ukraine, our people, our children. I really count on it. And of course, we count that America will not stop support. Really, for us, it's very important to support and to continue it. I want to discuss it with details further during our conversation, and of course, the infrastructure or security guarantees. Because for today, I understand what Europe is ready to do, and of course, I want to discuss with you what the United States will be ready to do, and I really count on your.
Did you hear that? He
He's
said,
calling the
I
shots.
know, I already know what Europe is ready to do, and I want to count on what the United States is ready to do.
That was also kind of breaking news this morning, where it was like Canada and UK are ready to plunder their own economy to help.
That all
Ukraine.
came out yesterday. We've got that for after this.
All right.
I've got clips of Trudeau and fucking
Fuck yeah.
Storm or whatever his fucking name is.
Go for it is all
Yeah.
I gotta say.
But this
Canada.
happened before any of those dudes announced anything. And he's like, I know what Europe's going to do, and I want to see what the U.S. is going to do. Bitch, what more do you want from
I
us?
know.
God, it's like a
billions
gassed
of
up
dollars.
bid, like saying who wants to like take her home or something like that. And he's like, well, he's gonna take me home, and then no one
Like
fucking cares
he
about it.
already Donald Trump already said just a minute ago that we're willing to help rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you fucking want from us?
Yep.
More money.
Oh no, we'll get to that.
Well,
because
no,
we
more
have- we also have
propaganda.
clips- We also have
More
clips of Zelensky doing interviews from yesterday where he said some shit. And look, we got Forking Around over on Kick. How you doing?
Go on, forking around. Hey,
And
Cash.
Cashcaster. So we carry on with this guy and see how many let's see how many more times he can ask us for something without asking us for something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're only just under 4 minutes in.
Our strong position to stop Putin, and you said that enough with the war. I think that is very important, Ben, to say these words to Putin at the very beginning of war, because he's a killer and terrorist. But I hope that together we can stop him. But for us, it's very important to, to save our country, our values, our freedom, democracy, and of course, no compromises with the killer about our territories. But it will.
No compromises. He wants to push everything back. He wants everything back. He wants his land bridge and everything. No compromises.
He wants his shit to keep going.
How are you going to do that, buddy?
You don't have the cards.
Yeah.
I know.
He not even close to the same page. And I don't know if you guys remember the images of Marco Rubio during this whole thing. We'll probably see him in this later, but he looked way uncomfortable because this is not how the conversation was going when he was holding these conversations with Zelensky before this meeting happened.
Where's Rubio right now? Like in comparison.
So there's a couch over here with
JD Vance is
Rubio
over there.
on it.
Yeah. He's on the same couch?
Yeah. He's sitting on the other side of Vance.
Okay.
Later, and of course, what I wanted, we spoke about it by phone with you about the drones production. We have very good drones production. I think the best one in the world for today because of the war. Yes, and of course we need very much the air defense. You have the best air defense in the world, and really you helped us under attacks of
We want
Russia.
our
And I
jets.
want to speak how
I
we
like
can
your big
exchange
pointy
licenses. We're
missiles.
open to share the licenses
The
of
big
all our weapons with
van.
you, of course, with the United States, and we need licenses for quick production of air defense. Even after the war, we need our nation to be calm that we are secure. So that's why we need this air shield.
He said even after the war, he's not seeing this as like coming to an end. He's like, this is going to continue, and we're still going to need your help.
What's more and more and more. Greedy son of a bitch.
And of course, about this, I want to speak about the contingents. I think that France and UK already spoke to you, and we know that Europe is ready, but without the United States, they will not be ready to be as strong as we need. And then the last point, last not least, about exchange, about our people and children. And you know that this crazy Russian, they stolen 20,000 of children.
The crazy
From
Russian.
children. They changed their names. They changed their, their families, relatives, and now they're in Russia. We want to bring them back. And really, it's a big, big dream, task and goal for me and our warriors. By the way, Mr. President, we exchanged, released more than 4,000 warriors from Russian prison, but there are thousands more in the prison. I wanted to share with you some images, how it's, just can I now?
Yeah, please.
Some minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute. Just you to understand in what circumstances, in what situation they are, and what the attitude of Russia to our prisoners. That guys, just you before and after. And you see before and after.
Imagine
just you
Trump
to
just
understand now,
ripped them up.
guys, ladies and men, and that's so they don't eat. They beat them, and they, it's a lot of bad things.
I've seen you do bad things to Russians.
Oh,
I've seen the fucking Ukrainians commit war crimes to Russians. I don't care. I don't.
Yeah, no
fucking
one's
care.
innocent here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Shitty people are being fucking hurt. Let's stop.
well, the thing is everyone is comfortably sitting on the empires that were imperialized and colonized, and yet it's like we can't accept the simple fact that the bigger country is going to have the bigger influence. And so you're just fueling more war if you think this tiny little, country who's not supposed to be a part of NATO, that's supposed to be a part of, have some sort of border relationship with the country that it neighbors. You can't have two.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
countries.
buffer for Russia from NATO.
Yes. You can't just like surround NATO or, Russia with enemies. You can't. Like, that was the whole point of NATO, was to have some sort of peace agreements and prevent more war. But you're being the agitator at this point when you keep spreading NATO influence closer to Russia.
I don't know if I can let you continue with that bigoted rhetoric. Sean. You need to chill out. And
I'm a Russian sympathizer, apparently.
Like, see it from their point.
More of your blue pills.
We're rooting for Putin.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like just think about it, like what if like Russia or China came to Canada or Mexico? Like the United States would be pretty like freaked out too.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like,
did I tell you what happened with my rooting for Putin t-shirt?
What happened? What do you mean?
So I had one of those rooting for Putin t-shirts, right? One of the Chrissy Mayer ones.
Simp. Just kidding.
No, I thought it was funny.
It's great. I know. I'm just joking.
But like, I had my friend's wife freaked out about it one day.
Oh God.
And I just let her fucking keep it. I was like, this is retarded.
What?
Like, yeah, she was freaking out about it. She's like, you just don't understand what's going on with these Ukrainians. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy and drunk. Have the shirt. It's not worth this headache.
Why did she have it?
So they live kind of far, and I would like go over and drink at their house and like crash in their guest room.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Goodness. Like,
wait, Stat, I don't want to stop you playing the video, but did you see the tweet I DM'd you last night of that stupid bitch?
Beach.
Which stupid bitch?
She was like mocking us, saying just because we won't help defend Ukraine because it would feel like it would start World War III. So she's insinuating the same logic that if Russia was invade Alaska, we would just let it happen because we would be scared to start World War III. I'm like,
I did
No,
see that. And this root the
No.
root for Putin story, that chick that was freaking out,
no.
she thinks us helping Ukraine is preventing Russia from coming over here. I'm like,
That makes no sense.
please explain to me why us being involved wouldn't piss off Russia.
I
That
know.
makes no logical sense.
It does not.
Alaska's our own fucking state. Of course, we would defend that. Like,
Yep.
Oh,
Ukraine,
yeah, there's that
fuck
too.
Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly. And we would know before they were halfway there. Like,
We've sent billions and billions and weapons to this fucking country. If they can't defend itself at this point, then fuck them.
Well, you're not calculating your cost. You're not calculating your war at all if you think people are just going to drain their treasuries to fucking support a propaganda war, because that's all you have to win. Your propaganda doesn't even give you the upper hand because you're dealing with a whole different country. Like, we don't even let Russia associate with the UN. You're just alienating a part of the country where it's like, no, you should be making peace agreements. And Trump,
isn't
the pen
China
is mightier
even in
than the
fucking
sword.
UN? We
He
let
was fucking-
China in the UN, didn't we?
I think so.
I
But
think I know Afghanistan is. Afghanistan was in charge of fucking human rights when
Mm-hmm.
their women couldn't even drive. Like,
But they do this on purpose, man, because it was Britain and Germany that decided to start buying oil from Germany and not the United States. And it was Biden that prevented from selling oil to Germany. And so now you just have this energy war funding the enemy when you have your propaganda war with Ukraine. They do it on purpose.
we'll talk about those other places after that, because
Yeah.
that is very important with
Mhm.
everything that happened over the weekend after
Yep.
this meeting.
Back to video.
things. So out of, even during the war, there are rules. Everybody knows there are rules during the war. So these guys, they don't have any rules. You see that? 50, 60
You don't have any fucking rules. Moving on.
kilograms and a lot of such things.
Do
And
we
I
ever see
didn't
these
want to show
pictures?
you
Like,
what-
do they
what
release
the
them?
changes
No.
with
I've,
images
not
of
to
children,
my knowledge.
because I will just share with you. And, I mean, it's looking tragic.
Yeah, that's tough stuff.
Sure sees propaganda photos.
It's
You
just
see
that.
Yeah.
This is pastor,
Oh, it's-
by the way.
it's
It's
an
stolen
emotional,
pastors because it's not Russian church. It's stolen pastors and
the-
moved pastors to the prison. We, at the end of last year, we brought 3 pastors and we could exchange them. And this is pastor, you see.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, so I mean,
Somewhere
this I
here?
wanted to
Yeah,
show
I don't
you
give a
and,
shit.
this,
Yeah,
so thank
fuck
you
you.
very much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think we will. And
We have to, of course.
do you have any questions, please?
Thank you, Mr. President. With the how much money is the U.S. going to put into the fund that is being created today? And
Hold on.
Is that a
Is this like
championship
some
belt?
sort of heavyweight Ukrainian?
I was gonna point
championship
that
belt?
out.
Yeah, that was wild.
This
What
is like
is
the
this?
WBC
This is WBC,
World. I don't know.
world's biggest cock.
World's biggest. Oh, my.
You would walk around with a belt like that.
Right.
how does this provide long-term security for Ukraine?
Well, we don't know exactly how much, because we're going to be putting some money in a fund that we're going to get from the raw earth that we're going to be taking and sharing in terms of revenue. So it's going to be a lot of money will be made from the sale and from the use of raw earth. And as you know, our country doesn't have much raw earth. We have a lot of oil and gas, but we don't have a lot of the raw earth. And what we do have is protected by the environmentalists, but that can be unprotected. But still, it's not very much. They have among the best in the world in terms of raw earth. So we're going to be using that, using it for all of the things we do, including AI and including weapons and the military, and it's really going to very much satisfy our needs. So it's something that just worked out really well.
Probably going to have something to do with world begging champion. There we go, Cal.
Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
Better, Cal.
But
Always with the bangers.
this raw earth materials and everything would also probably help with that giant chip deal that got announced today,
Hmm.
which I guess they're building it here. More jobs here.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Jobs.
More tech jobs too.
Nice. There you go.
Helps you out, right?
Not that I want to go back into an office
Yeah.
or anything. Just saying.
We have a lot of oil and we have a lot of gas. We have a lot, but we don't have raw earth.
Yeah.
So this has just about every component of the raw earth that we need for computers, for all of the things we do. This puts us in great shape.
And long-term security for Ukraine.
I think they're going to have great luck. I think once we make the agreement, that's going to be 95% of it. They're not going to go back to fighting. I've spoken with President Putin, and I feel very strong. I've known him for a long time, and I feel very strongly that they're very serious about it, and we'll make a deal. And when the deal is made, I don't think we talk about.
I feel like Trump says that about a lot of people. I've known him for a long time.
Because he has.
Because he's been
I know.
doing
I'm
this-
just saying, like, yeah. In general, he says that a lot.
Because that's kind of what got him elected, though. Because it was when he was debating Hillary, right? And he'd be like, Hillary promises tax cuts, yada yada yada, but I'm one of the many billionaires that would donate to her campaign and say, hey, let's go easy on these and these and these regulations. Help me out on tax write-offs, huh?
Right.
I did the hypocritical thing that you think the Democrats are solving, but they're not. They're making deals with people like me. Because he knows all these people. He's negotiated with them. He's worked with them.
And that's the story Dave Chappelle tells.
Oh, yeah.
Live.
That was like the greatest. It was like just so fucking truthful that it was a punchline within itself as a comedian. Oh, yeah.
Security. Everyone's talking about the other day. All they talked about was security. I said, let me make the deal first. I have to make the deal first. I don't worry about security right now. We have to have a deal because right now, last week, 2,000 soldiers died on both sides. 2,000. And they're losing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week. So as we sit here and we talk, people are getting shot and dying on the battlefield. And, they're not American soldiers, but they're Russian soldiers and they're Ukrainian soldiers, and we want to be able to stop it. And we want to be able also to spend money on other things. We don't want to. This is a tremendous amount of money. And what the Biden administration did was terrible. They were giving money, but they had no security on the money. Europe, as you know, gave much less money, but they had security. It was in the form of a loan. They get their money back, and we didn't. And now, at least we're.
I didn't know Europe's money was also loans. I knew ours wasn't, but I didn't know the little bit of money that Europe's put up was also considered loans.
Yeah, it's news to me.
All war bonds are loans, though.
The United States is literally the world's piggy bank. That's all. That's all they think.
Yeah, we fund all these people, countries. And...
We're protected because the American taxpayer has to be protected too. But this is an incredible agreement for Ukraine because we have a big investment in their country now, and what they have, very few people have. And we're able to really go forward with very, very high-tech things and many other things, including weaponry that we're going to use in many locations, but that we need for our country. This allows us to do that. Yes, go ahead, please.
Again, just yes. In the document, there is one of the very important points. If we speak about business and investment, we never had LNG terminals in Ukraine. This document will open. I mean, the next document, but anyway, here we see in the framework, we see a really good deal for this. LNG terminals for us is very important, and I think for security of European continent. We have the biggest storage, gas storage. We have the biggest in Europe. Yes, and we can use it. Use it for LNG. Use it for LNG, and we will do it. And really, we can help Europe because Europe really helped. President Trump said that they made less support, but they're our friends and they are our very supportive partners. They really gave a lot, Mr. President. They did.
They gave a lot, but they gave much less.
No,
much less.
No.
Really? Because you can pull this up. Let me pull this up here. Money shit. All I'd type in is money given, and Google automatically fills in money given to Ukraine. By country.
Jesus, it's funny.
So let me switch over to this. So you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
So this is Total bilateral aid allocations to Ukraine between January 24th, 2022 and December 31st, 2024.
Japan gave a lot. Holy shit.
The United States has given, and this is in billion euros, the United States has given 114 billion euros to Ukraine.
It's still not enough.
The EU has given 49 billion euros. Germany has given 17. United Kingdom, almost 15. Japan, 10.5. Canada, 8. These countries almost don't even add up to what the United States has given. So this fucking guy is full of shit. And his arrogance of how he is saying,
yeah,
disrespectful. I wonder why JD responded in the way that we will see in quite a while from now. They have a lot of patience, I have a feeling. Not even half. They didn't even give fucking half, these other countries. So, yeah, Trump was very considerate with his response.
Let me just put this in there.
Mr. President Trump, you have repeatedly called the deal with Ukraine as a historical one. And as a president of the United States, you make historical decisions in other issues which affect America and other world. So what place in the world history do you want to take? And do you associate yourself with any famous historical figures?
I'd say George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. I would say I'm far superior to George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Now, you know I'm only kidding, right? Because when I say that, the fake news is going to go wild. They're going to say he considers himself to be better than Washington. But you never know. You never know. I don't compare myself to anybody. I'm here to do a job. We've had a great 35 days or whatever it might be, a month, a little more than a month. We've accomplished tremendous amounts. Not only this would be a very great achievement if we could get the war stopped and get them back to normalization. I think that's going to happen. We've had very good talks on both sides, as you know. But I think we've done a very good job, just generally. If you look at all of the things we've done in 30 days, they're saying there's never been a opening for a president. The first month, there's never been a first month like we've had. And this is one of the very important things. This, to me, is one of the most important things because we have tremendous death taking place as we speak. And I don't want to have that. You know, think of the parents, whether they're in Russia or Ukraine, think of the parents of all these people being killed needlessly.
They came to our territory.
Should have never started. This would have, if I were president.
What did he say there?
This would have.
I don't know. Let me back it up.
It's hardly.
Think of the parents of all these people being killed needlessly.
They came to our territory.
Should have never started. This would have, if I were president.
They came voluntary. They can't volunteer. They came voluntarily.
I think that's what he said. Yeah.
Talking about the grandmas. I don't know.
This would have never started.
Mr. President, will you continue sending military aid to Ukraine after the U.S. signs this agreement with Ukraine?
Yeah, will
the
we
question to
continue?
President Zelensky, do you feel like the U.S. is on your side?
I'm going to throw something out there.
Damn.
I'm going to throw an idea out there. So you see when all the people start like, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Zelensky's like, kind of like taking it back.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it's kind of like a system shock. So I know a lot of people suspect he's on coke. But what are the chances this fucking weirdo is autistic and he's got like fucking sensory things going on right now?
Interesting.
You paused that at a great picture of him.
I might.
Because he looks like he can be high, sure. We have no evidence of that.
Yeah.
But he looks overwhelmed. And it might be because America does things in a much bigger scale than they do in Ukraine, probably, as far as like these press conferences and shit.
This is like his first time doing this. Like he's never done anything like this.
Well, no, he's sat in this room with Biden before.
Yeah.
Like with the media asking questions like this.
but chances are very slim because
The
Biden didn't
troll.
really like to answer questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't public like this because of that exactly. Or Trump wants it all to be public so that he can expose how fucking greedy and unironically grifty this whole Ukraine shit is. So no, he has not done this before with Biden.
Someone pulled together some statistics of the first 30 days, and Biden had publicly answered 104 questions in his first 30 days, and Trump was over 1,000.
Jeez.
He beat Biden in interview questions probably on the second day.
It's,
Like,
yeah. That's what
it's
happens.
night and day when you have a real fucking president.
Oh yeah.
The President Trump is on your side at this moment.
What do you think?
He wants to know, do you think that, sort of a stupid question. I guess we wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
I think that the United States on our side from the very beginning of occupation, and I think that President Trump on our side, and of course, I'm sure that the United States President will not stop support. This is crucial for us. It's important for us. Yes. And Putin, the president speaks about the people and the soldiers which are dying, but they came to our territory. They came to our land. They began this war, and they have to stop. And I think this is the question, with really the most important question: can President Trump, I hope yes, with some other allies, to stop Putin withdraw these enemies our?
He's negotiating now. He's negotiating now in front of everyone, in front of the world to see. We are only 15 minutes and 30 seconds into this. We have another roughly 25 minutes before things start to get heated.
That's because he's asking public opinion, not Donald Trump directly. He's relying on the media, social media.
Yes, he's relying on the media. He's using the media to try and manipulate Trump's position.
But Trump is letting him do that to show how manipulative he is.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times I'll actually admit with MAGA Truth Social and say this is 40 chess by Trump.
Well, okay, I'm gonna pull it back. Let's watch Trump's face while he's doing this.
And I think this is the question, with really the most important question: can President Trump, I hope yes, with some other allies, to stop Putin withdraw these enemies, our enemy, withdraw these troops from our land? And I think that you asked about the history. I think that if President, or when, he will stop Putin, if President Trump will bring peace to our country.
He's keeping his cards close to his chest. He's not having much of a reaction.
No.
I think he will be on this wall at the time.
We've had very, very good talks.
What about military aid to Ukraine?
President Zelensky just said that there would be no compromises with Vladimir Putin. I just wanted to ask both of you. Firstly, are there compromises that you think that President Zelensky is going to have to make? President Zelensky, is there anything that you might be thinking that you may be able to offer or bring to the table, for example, elections? Thank you.
I think you're going to have to always make compromises. You can't do any deals without compromises. So certainly he's going to have to make some compromises, but hopefully they won't be as big as some people think you're going to have to make. That's all. That's all we can do. I'm here as an arbitrator, as a mediator to a certain extent between two parties that have been very hostile, to put it mildly. They've been very hostile. This has been a vicious war. This has been a vicious war. You know, it's a very level battlefield, and those bullets go out, and as I've said many times, we were talking about it with Pete, many times the only thing stopping those bullets is a human body. And in the case we're talking about, generally young human bodies are stopping a lot of bullets. It's dead level. That's why it's great farmland. It's great land. It's great farmland, but there's very little protection against the bullets that are being, and other things that are being shot. So all I can do is see if I can get everybody at the table and get an agreement. And I think we're going to end up with an agreement. Otherwise, I wouldn't probably be even here today.
Mr. President, I got two questions for you. You think ultimately your legacy will be the peacemaker?
Yeah, Zelensky doesn't know what to do with himself right now. Did you see that? The hand gesture where he's like, huh? What? Like,
yeah.
Why am I here?
And now he looks like that kid in that fucking meme.
peacemaker and not the president that led this country into another war and ended foreign wars? And I've got a question.
I hope it will. I mean, I hope I'm going to be remembered as a peacemaker. This would be a great thing if we could do this. I'm doing this to save lives more than anything else. Second is to save a lot of money, but I consider that to be far less important. So I hope I'm going to thank you, Brian, for that question.
Welfare is well-being.
I hope I'll be known and
same
recognized as a peacemaker. This would be a great thing to solve. This is a very dangerous situation. You know, this could lead to a third world war. This was headed in the wrong direction. If this election were lost, if we didn't win this election, and by the way, we won it by a lot. That was a mandate. We won every swing state. We won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. We won everything. The districts, you look at the areas of red, take a look at a map. This was a big mandate, and this was one of the things I said, we're going to get this thing settled. If we didn't win, I think this could have very well ended up in a third world war, and that would not have been a good situation. What was your second question?
And my second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? You're the highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see, do you own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting the...
It's a reporter who also happens to be Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend.
Oh, really?
He looks semi-downsy.
Marjorie Taylor Greene got divorced?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
maybe it's her husband. I don't know. All I know is
her husband owns like fucking like metal like distributors.
If I got invited to the White House, I think I would wear a suit. I mean, I know the criticism was that Elon didn't wear a suit. That's kind of like the fire back.
As long as you're not John Fettermaning it.
Elon's in a jacket.
No, wearing a nice jacket and some jeans and a button up is fine. But like you come with like fucking sweats and sandals and a fucking hoodie.
Like,
he's wearing the same kind of shirt I'm wearing right now, except mine's not long sleeve. Like it's just a basic Henley, and his has got like the logo of Ukraine on it. It's to make him look like for some reason people think this makes him look militaristic, like he's some sort of army leader.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
I don't see it either.
I don't see that.
Nah.
So Small Time Republic says asking him if he owns a suit is insulting. Yeah, and we didn't need to do that. Didn't need to insult the guy.
Yeah.
I see what Shock's saying. Like, if you're wearing something like John Fetterman, like in a sweatshirt, whatever, a hoodie, like that's kind of.
You know damn well he's been in that White House like that.
Yes.
He's wearing fucking his and shorts and his fucking.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking stupid. Because you're supposed to be a union guy. Like, that's not what a union guy does. Usually they're more professional.
Is there some more I'm missing here?
I don't know.
Why is Gals missing Bush say you need a drink?
Cheers.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere, Gals missing Bush.
I know. Runaway Bush.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish. Okay. Yes, maybe something like yours. Yes, maybe something better.
Now he calls it a costume, and people are freaking out over that. I saw somewhere that costume means outfit in Ukrainian or something, and it's spelled with like a K or whatever. I don't know. Do I have the Uno meme? I do not have the Uno meme.
The Uno meme.
Kel's asking if I have the Uno meme.
No. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the meme.
Well, I'm guessing the reverse, but I don't. I not in this particular situation. However, it was applied to this.
Did you see it?
I don't know.
Oh. Just off topic. You saw the DM I sent you. It's off topic from this, but
the one about the bitch with the Alaska stuff.
No. I just sent it to you recently, but it's more info about Pam Bondi with the Epstein documents that they received more or something like that.
So I do have Epstein stuff to go over.
Just for later.
I'll try and pull that up. I might have it marked already.
I get to listen to it, but apparently, so I don't know the full context, but I don't know if they said they received more.
Yeah, I've got plenty to yell about with the fucking Epstein stuff.
Yeah, but back to the video. Yes.
We will see. Maybe something cheaper. Thank you.
President Trump. Thank you, President Trump. You said yesterday that you have.
Are you going to send more arms to Ukraine in case there's no peace?
Yeah, we're going to have arms to Ukraine. Yeah, sure. Hopefully, I won't have to send very much because hopefully we're going to have it finished. We're looking forward to finishing this quickly. We're not looking forward to sending a lot of arms. We're looking forward to getting the war finished so we can do other things. But we very much appreciate the agreement because we needed what they had, and we're treating, our country is now treated fairly. Biden didn't do that. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. This should have never happened. This should have never started. But, sure, the answer is yes, but hopefully we won't have to send much because I'm looking forward to getting it done quickly, very quickly.
Does that mean you provide security guarantees, Mr. President?
I don't want to talk about security yet because I want to get the deal done. You fall into the same trap like everybody else. A million times you said over and over, I want to get the deal done. Security is so easy. That's about 2% of the problem. I'm not worried about security. I'm worried about getting the deal done. The security is the easy part. Security is very nice. Everybody stops shooting. And now will Europe put people there? I know France is going to. I know the UK is going to. I know other countries are going to, and they happen to be right next door. We haven't committed, but we could conceivably. We have security in a different form. We'll have workers there digging, taking the raw earth so that we can create a lot of great product in this country. So in that sense, you have something, but we haven't determined that yet. I will say, in speaking to France and in speaking to, and they were here, as you know, last week and just the other day, they have committed to a lot of security. I don't think you're going to need much security. I think once this deal gets done, it's over. Russia's not going to want to go back, and nobody's going to want to go back. When this deal ends, I really believe this deal is going to be over. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. President, thank you. You had Joseph Macron and Keir Starmer at the White House this past week, both of whom praised your courage and conviction to lead the pathway towards peace.
Yes.
Part of that involved, though, re-engaging Russia in diplomatic relations, something that previous leaders lacked the conviction to do so. What gave you the moral courage and conviction to step forward and lead that?
Could you get his dick out of his mouth, out of your mouth while you're asking him questions, please? Jesus Christ! Holy fuck!
I know.
Mr. President.
Well, I love this guy. Who are you with?
One American News, sir.
Well, that's why I like him. One American News does a great job. I like the question. I think it's a very good question. It's a pathway to peace. It's a pathway to getting something solved. And I feel that as the head of this country, I have an obligation to do that. Plus, we're very much involved. We got involved. It's too bad we got involved because there should have been no involvement because there should have been no war. And there shouldn't have been October 7th. That would have never happened. As you know, Iran was broke. They had no money to give to Hezbollah. They had no money to give to Hamas. They were stone cold broke. And then under Biden, they became rich as hell. They went from no money to $300 billion in a period of 4 years. And they gave a lot of that money away, and you see what happened. And that's a real mess also that we hope to be able to solve. But no, I appreciate your question very much. It's just, I feel I have an obligation to try and do something to stop the death.
If I can answer. Yes, if I can answer, sorry. Please.
And I do like your clothing, by the way.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other, but you know what? I think he's dressed.
I like this guy.
I think he's dressed beautiful.
So I have more serious things than answer on side question. I will answer on more serious questions if I can. Yeah, so please, about security guarantees and about just ceasefire. We can't just speak about ceasefire and speak. It will not work. Just ceasefire will never work because I'm like a president. I have this experience, and not only me. Ukraine before my presidency, from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times. 25 times he broken his own signature. 25 times he broken ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke.
No, you were the president. You were the president.
He never broke to me.
In 2016, you've been the president, Mr. President. You've been the president, but he had.
No, actually, he was the president.
But
He wasn't.
During those periods, we had conversations with our side. And we had Normandy format, the France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia. And he broken 25 times. That's why we will never accept just ceasefire. It will not work without.
This is when it ends.
This is when it goes downhill.
Yeah.
Well, this is when Trump knew. He just said we'll never accept a ceasefire. He just fucking said it.
Yeah,
We're
then
at 24 and a half
over.
minutes in, and he says we will never accept a ceasefire.
Mhm.
What are we doing here?
So yeah, what the fuck are we wasting
What
our
the
time?
fuck are we doing
That's
here?
why we flew you out there, fucker.
Like that's this has to be the moment where Trump's like, oh, this is for fuck all. Like,
He's here for the free lunch.
yes, Putin never made a land grab under Trump. Zelensky is lying. Yeah, so he's saying that Putin broke the ceasefire while Trump was in presidency. And he's also saying Trump was president in 2016. No, he was running for president in 2016. There was an election that year. He did not become president until 2017. So We carry on. Let's see how this one goes for him.
Security guarantees. Security guarantees, maybe President is right about this document and other, but this document is not enough. Strong army is enough because his soldiers.
Is he literally rejecting what Trump was just talking about? They were going to go sign when this whole thing started.
Sounds like it.
It sounds like he's like, this isn't good enough. And Trump was like, wait a second. I mean, Trump has to be like, wait, I thought this, like, we're gonna have this press conference. We're gonna talk to the media. We're gonna,
get a
hang
piece
out. We're gonna go have some lunch, and then we're gonna go sign this paper. I just told the people this, and now Zelensky's doing this.
He just changed his tone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Afraid, Putin soldiers afraid of our soldiers when we're strong enough. If we are not strong enough, if we are empty, if our storage is empty, we can't defend.
You see Trump's getting irritated now, yeah.
Today, he knows that we have, all the world knows that we have meeting, yes? Why he's using ballistic? Putin today using ballistic on our hospitals, schools, and etc. Ballistic. So he knows that we are here and that President Trump is really have goodwill to stop this war. And you hear now the president. So why he's using? So he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want. But I hope that we will do it. Really, we'll do it. Security. When we speak about security guarantees, when the Europeans are ready for contingents, they need USA backstop. If there will not be United States, we will not never have any contingents, strong contingents from the Europeans, because they don't want to divide alliance, connection between the United States and the main and strongest ally and Europeans. And this is crucial. This is important. That's what we want to speak about very much. This is very important. And air defense. So air defense, really, we have big deficit with all these systems, and we need to provide this. We need it very much. Otherwise, Putin will never stop, and will go further and further. It doesn't work. He hates us, It's not about me. He hates Ukrainians. He thinks that we are not a nation. He thinks, and he shared these thoughts, I think maybe with your team also, I don't know. But with all the Europeans, in media, officially and not, he always said that there is no such country, such nation, such language, and such life like Ukrainian. No. He really doesn't respect all the Ukrainians, and he wants to destroy us. And you are right, Mr. President. That's 2%. This document, maybe other documents. It's a very good start, very good, but it will not enough to stop this person.
They have to pay.
They have to pay. This is the rule. This is the rule of the war. This is the rule of the war. During all the centuries, all the history, this is the rule of the war. Who began, those pay. This is the rule. Putin began this war. He has to pay all money for innovation. He has to pay. Of course, some Russian assets will be.
That only happens if you happen to start the war and lose. Right? You kind of have to lose if you're going to pay for it.
This, he's getting really his whole demeanor is changing. Like he's getting really would you say arrogant here or?
Yeah. Arrogant sounds about right. He's entitled.
Yes, like he's he's used to probably coming here and like barking orders out and shit like that. Like he.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he has to rely on emotional arguments.
They fucking waved Ukrainian flags on the floor of the fucking Congress. Yeah, he's been able to just walk all over this place.
Yeah, later you see if fucking Trump doesn't put up with this shit.
He got a signed Ukrainian flag from all the Congress members. Oh my god. Yeah, he's at his way with Washington D.C. How fucking gay is that? That's like so gross.
Have in Europe about 300 billions. We can use them. We can use for innovation and buy military support from the United States also. We can do it, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
I wouldn't know.
Wait, 1 second.
I asked this question that you didn't like.
Someone say something?
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to know if you want to position yourself in the middle between Russia and Ukraine, or on the Ukraine side.
No, I'm in the middle. I want to solve this thing. I'm for both. I want to get it solved. And it's wonderful to speak badly about somebody else, but I want to get it solved. If we can solve it, great. If we can't solve it, they're going to have to fight it out, and who knows what's going to happen. but I want to see it get solved.
May I follow up? One more question about U.S. troops in Europe. After Russian invasion of Ukraine, your predecessor sent additional troops to Eastern Europe, including Poland, my country. Yeah? Are you committed to keeping these troops on the eastern flank of NATO in the future?
I'm very committed to Poland. I think Poland has really stepped up and done a great job for NATO. They, as you know, they paid more than they had to. They are one of the finest groups of people I've ever known. I'm very committed to Poland.
What about Baltics?
Poland's in a tough neighborhood, you know.
What about the Baltics?
The Baltics, they got a lot of, it's a tough neighborhood too, but we're committed. We're going to be very committed, and we're committed to NATO. But NATO has to step up, and the Europeans have to step up more than they have. And I want to see them equalize, because they are in for far less than we're in, and they should be at least equal. You understand that? Why is the United States...
Keep in mind how he said he's pro-NATO. We'll be talking about that later when we get to all the shenanigans that happened this weekend.
We have an ocean in between. Why is the United States in for so much more money and other things as Europe? With that being said, and as you said, they've also been obviously very helpful. But we have put in far more than they have. And I think they should equalize.
Mr. President,
Please, go ahead.
about the agreement again today, what changed between the first time that Secretary Epstein gave President Zelensky the agreement and today for the signing?
We made a deal. So
what was the
I'm just,
deciding factor?
I'm a business person. We made a deal. That's what changed. I didn't think we were going to make a deal. And we ended up making the deal, so that changed.
Mr. President, what and how do you envision a trilateral summit with President Zelensky and Putin?
I don't know, but well, they don't like each other. I can tell you that. They do not like each other. It's not a love match, and it's unfortunate. That's why you're in this situation. The United States should not have allowed this to happen. Okay, the United States, run by a man that didn't know much. I'm going to be very nice. Run by an incompetent person, very incompetent person. Should never have allowed this to happen. I've stopped wars. I've stopped many wars. And people will tell you, I stopped wars that nobody ever heard about. I stopped wars before they ever started. You can look at some of, I could give you a lot of nations that would tell you right now they were probably going to war. I could tell you right now there's a nation thinking about going to war on something that nobody in this room has ever even heard about. Two smaller nations, but big, still big. And I think I've stopped it. But this should have never happened.
Sorry, just a second. About any negotiations.
I don't have a problem with him cutting off the media.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck him.
Just don't call Trump, yes.
First of all, I want really to tell you, and I think that everybody understands that Ukraine, more than Ukrainians, nobody wants to stop this war. But at the future, any negotiations, it's understandable that two sides of the war, not Russia and the United States, because this is not the war between Russia and the United States. This is war of Russia against Ukraine and Ukrainian people. So these two sides will be at will be at the negotiation table. Then of course United States, like the strongest partner of the Ukraine, and of course Europe. I think Europe is very important. I want to speak about it with the president. Yes, Europe is very important for us because we really defend Europe for today. All Europeans really recognize that we are defending life, and they have real life, and our people are dying. That's why they helped us. And also, it's about the NATO. Yes, between, like the president said, you have big, nice ocean. Yes, between us. But if we will not stay, Russia will go further to Baltics and to Poland, by the way. But first to the Baltics. It's understandable for them because they've been in the USSR. You know, they've been one of the republics of the USSR, and Putin wants to bring them back to his empire. It's a fact. And when he will go there, if we will not stay, you will fight.
Now he's making like predictions. Like that's fear mongering.
Yep.
You know? Saying, yeah, he's going to go to all these other places because he wants to rebuild the USSR. And I know like a lot of people think that that's a very good possibility. And I don't know. I don't care because it's not, I don't live there. Sorry. Not sorry.
Not a problem.
And he's not coming over here. Yeah. No matter how much you weirdos on Twitter might want to think he could.
Seems like they wanted to. I don't know.
Your American soldiers, it doesn't matter. Do you have ocean or not? Your soldiers will fight.
Mr. President, would you be willing to visit Ukraine, maybe Kyiv or Odessa, which is going to be a third year old Black Sea?
It was my question.
I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about Odessa now. Let's not talk about Odessa. I want to talk about making a deal, getting peace. We don't have to talk about Odessa. but a lot of cities have been destroyed. A lot of cities that are not recognizable. There's not a building standing.
No,
And a lot of
you have to come,
things have
Mr.
to
President, you have to come and do look. No. We have very good cities. Yes, a lot of things have been destroyed, but mostly cities alive, and people work, and children go to school. Sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes closer to front line, children have to go to underground schools or online, but we live. Ukraine is fighting, and Ukraine lives. This is very important. And maybe it's Putin is sharing this information that he destroyed us. No, he lost 700,000 people, 700,000 soldiers. He lost everything. Yes. So.
Mr. President, one more. I just
Please, go ahead.
When did you last speak with President Putin, and what did he say?
A couple of days ago.
And what did he tell you that gave you the assurance that he wanted peace?
Well, that's what I do. My whole life is deals. I know pretty good. And I've known him for a long time. I've dealt with him for a long time. He had to suffer through the Russia hoax. You know, Russia was a hoax. It was all Biden. It was nothing to do with him. So he had to suffer through that, and he was able to do that. I think that he wants to make a deal, and he'd like to see it end. That's all I do. That's what I do. My whole life, that's what I do, is make deals. And I'm in the middle of a mess, because this is a real mess. It's a very dangerous one. If this doesn't get solved now, it's not going to get solved for a long time. So I hope we're going to get it solved. In the back, please.
Fuck. If it doesn't get solved now, it's not going to be. It's for a long time, and we've got 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, we haven't got to like the main crushes of it.
That his government believes in free speech and was not engaged in censorship. But his country uses government to arrest people for memes and thought crimes, and even more worrisome is pressuring American companies to censor Americans on his behalf. How can he be a reliable, trustworthy partner when he says things that are demonstrably false on such important topics?
Well, we actually spoke to him about that yesterday, and we thought they took it very, very much too far. JD was very strong on it. So was I.
If you're wondering, he
so
had
was
one of
Mark.
his guys talking to him, right? Zelensky, did you see that?
Oh, just now? Maybe. Yeah, I
Like,
did see that. I was
you're
listening
right.
to what he was saying about Keir
Sorry,
Starmer
yeah.
because they were talking. So before Starmer came over to the United States, he demanded Apple to give them a back door for their encryption for their messaging. So,
Sure.
and when that happens, that breaks it for everyone, not just UK citizens, right?
Yeah.
That means that back door is available to anyone who could find it, not just UK citizen, not just the United Kingdom government, right? It adds an intentional vulnerability. Anyway, but yeah, so they're talking, so they're asking him about the censorship, which to me is one of the best things. We've got a meme
Reference to
about
memes. Yeah.
Yeah. We got memes for that too.
Marco, and we've been speaking to him about it. Marco, would you like to say something about it?
We have concerns, obviously, with the conduct of those, particularly as it impacts
There he
Americans.
is.
And there's real concern that American speech, which is online, could fall into the hands of British or any country's jurisdiction. And so this is a point the Vice President made of Munich, and I think it's a very compelling one that what unites us with Europe, as much as anything else, is these shared values, and one of them being free speech. And so if Americans are threatened by it, we're going to need to take action in that regard.
It's actually a very important question.
We spoke about this in detail with the Prime Minister, the Foreign Secretary, and others at lunch yesterday. And I know that Secretary of Commerce Lutnick followed up in private meetings last night. This is really important. We believe Americans have the right to speak their mind, even if we in this room disagree with them. They have the right to speak their mind in the public square, which is often online these days. And we're going to defend that right as it pertains to American companies and American citizens vigorously if we have to. I do think that under the President's leadership, we're going to find common ground with our friends in the UK on this question, but it remains to be seen. The principle that will guide us is we believe in free speech in this country and we'll fight for it for American citizens.
You know what's even more wild than having a real president?
What?
Having a real vice president at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, that's some heckling.
Usually the vice president is to kind of just get votes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like
Old guard,
Pence
new
never,
guard it.
Pence never talked like that.
No.
Kamala is completely incapable of.
She was always drunk,
Yes, like
laughing like a hyena.
No, she did a great job being a token. That was her job.
you're right. She was, for lack of a better term, the DEI hire.
Yeah, for exactly who she was.
Mm-hmm.
On her knees to the top.
On the deal, is there any other oil and gas component to the deal? Is it all
A little bit. We'll see.
on LNG?
But we're not really looking for that so much. We get a lot. We have more than anybody in the world, by far. So no, we're not talking about it too much, but a little bit. I think it affects also, but for the most part, no.
And sir, is there any agreement from Ukraine to purchase U.S. LNG as part of the deal, or is that on the table at all?
No, we don't need that.
Some of those
President, I
minerals
just
are
wanted
in
to ask you
Mr.
about,
President.
you just mentioned that you'd spoken to Vladimir Putin a couple of days ago. Just to be clear, that's a new call, not the one that you...
I've spoken to him on numerous occasions.
Okay. And how was the latest call? What did you discuss? How did it work?
Are you serious with that question?
I am. I'd love to know.
It went well. I think we're going to have a deal.
On the minerals deal, Mr. President, some of those minerals are in the east of Ukraine, not far from the front lines and in areas that Russia has occupied. Will you direct President Putin to withdraw his forces from those areas if there's U.S. interest?
Well, we'll take a look at the time. We have a lot of area. It's a very big area we're talking about. So we'll take a look. I'll study that and I'll see.
And who would protect those minerals if they are U.S. interests? Would that be Ukrainian
They'll be
forces?
protected. The agreement will protect them.
US
The agreement, we're signing an agreement.
Right, what if Russia tries to invade or there's Russian aggression in those spots?
I just told you I don't think that's going to happen. And if that were going to happen, I wouldn't make a deal. If I thought that was going to happen, I wouldn't make a deal.
Some people may wonder why.
You ought to focus on CNN on survival, not asking me these ridiculous questions.
He's getting nervous.
Who's Zelensky?
Yeah. He's anxious. He's wanting to say something.
That's fucking Caitlin Collins, right?
What's that?
That's Caitlin Collins, right?
Oh, it might have been that voice.
Asking the questions.
Yeah.
It's got such low ratings. I don't think they're going to survive. Let's go.
Since I already mentioned Poland, that Poland was under Russian control for decades after the Second World War. When I was a kid, I looked at the United States not only as a most powerful country, richest country in the world, the country that has great music, great movies, great muscle cars, but also as a force for good. And now I'm talking with my friends in Poland, and they are worried that you align yourself too much with Putin. What's your message for them?
That's what is that? That's an argument type. It's manipulation, but there's a specific name for it. Coming from
Coercion.
a fucking journalist.
Yeah, it's coercion. Because it's like a threat, kind of. Because it's like they have the access because they're the media.
This guy needed to take Zelensky's dick out of his mouth before he asked a question.
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, parts of East and Crimea. So
Last
he
9
occupied it
minutes.
on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 is
Well, 2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president, in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy JD you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
We had a president who still...
Hold on.
What the fuck happened?
So, during a lot of years, I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, Trump, and God bless. Not Obama.
Hold on, I think I went too far. Maybe not.
So, now the president, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014. Yeah. So, 2022. Yeah, the situation the same. That people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president in 2019, and met him. We signed. Never go. Yes, but
I want to talk after.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to. I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had?
If it's so great in Ukraine, what the fuck do you need us for? He keeps bringing that up. He's like, "Have you been there? We're not as bad as you think we are."
First thing I thought of was Ben Stiller.
Oh, when he brought Ben Stiller there, yeah.
Yeah, when they brought all the celebrities there.
And that fucking jackass that gave him an Oscar.
But that was all like right after Ben Stiller was basically like Tropic Thunder couldn't be made today because Hollywood doesn't have a sense of humor. And I was like, whoa, Ben Stiller's base. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like touring fucking Ukraine with Zelensky.
Ben Stiller is a slave to the machine.
And this is what I was getting. I forgot who I was arguing with, but I was just like, this dude is such like an establishment Republican. And it's like, he's not a Republican, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, he claims he is.
Ben
He's
Stiller?
a fucking rhino.
Ben Stiller claims to be a Republican?
Kind of.
He said he was going to vote for Kamala.
He switched. I don't know.
I don't like, even if
I forgot exactly what his comments were.
Well, I mean, I guess there's the.
He cried about he cried about inflation too, and then he's like, "Oh, Hollywood." You know, he kept like calling out the left a lot, and then does this, and I'm like, "Well," and then that was the conversation. Is Ben Stiller turning conservative or whatever? That was an actual conversation. And it's like, no, he's just a fucking uniparty. Believe whatever. Like
Sally Struthers, I think of South Park.
Oh God.
And yeah, what Weasel said here, there's nothing great about a country that has a ban on its male citizens between 18 and 60 leaving the country. There's nothing great about a country who has been frozen elections for, I believe, an entire election cycle for that country at this point.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing great about a country that can't defend itself on its own.
Oh, that's like every fucking country, bro.
Everyone but us, Russia, and China.
Yeah.
You think the UK would have done something about that after all the shit that they've been through, but no.
No.
All right, and we shall continue.
Problems like bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it.
Oh, here it is, the best part.
God bless you. God bless you. Will not have war.
Don't tell us.
More of that fear mongering, like how he's talking about the Baltics and Poland and how like he's going to come in and fucking restart the USSR. And now if we don't help Ukraine, he's coming for us.
Trying to scare us.
What we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influenced.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
He thinks he's there to influence Trump. He doesn't understand that Trump's trying to influence him and Putin.
To get a piece. Yeah, I feel like they're thinking two different things. Like Trump wants like peace, and he's trying to get Trump to like come to his side more and fight.
He's trying to get
Putin.
Trump to pony up like Biden did.
Yeah,
he's just been so used to just getting whatever the hell he wants.
Like he just played along with this whole oh yeah, I'm here for peace when he's really not.
No, not at all.
Not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling.
What more can you say? You're gambling with World War III. He's like, I'm not playing cards. And Trump's all like, all right, let me tell you what your chips are. It's lives. You're playing for lives. And he's absolutely right. This is potentially the beginning of World War III. And now it's probably closer than it's ever been at this point after this last weekend.
Kel's saying is the best place to play that meme he sent you.
Oh, okay. Let me pull that up. I don't need that open. X. Kel's meme. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly. Small town republic. Yep.
You guys can see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
Oh, that's good. I haven't seen that one. Holy shit. Oh, that was perfect, Cal.
That was spot on. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
Small Time Republic says, I think what pissed off Trump and Vance the most is that they already had a deal in place and Z is back. Yeah, I think that's so. This isn't the first time this has happened. Now, this is the first time that they actually had like the press conference and everything, but this is the second or third time where they were supposed to sign something with Zelensky, and Zelensky has like changed his mind right before it's supposed to happen. So, and that's what's making Rubio aggravated, because he's the one who's negotiating these things before it comes to Donald Trump to actually sign, right?
Yep.
With World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October.
And that motherfucker signed warheads. Oh, that was the most disgusting thing. I know people do it, but like the governor of Pennsylvania signed warheads that are going to kill people. And he wrote like a fucking book on one. Sorry, that's just one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen anyone do.
You got like a bot in your kick chat, I think.
Yeah, that's my Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, it's normal.
Twitch is gay. Let me tell you to go fuck yourself. Report on. Oh, I should report him as terrorism.
Yes. We feel violated. What's the
Just fucking.
Already made a deal with UK before meeting with Trump. All right.
What's Timon saying here? saw a tweet that said he already made a deal with the UK before. Oh, that's possible. We'll talk some about that.
Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking.
You're not going to disrespect my guy. You're not going to disrespect my guy.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
We are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment.
You
And you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you
if
invited
you
me to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course. Yeah.
It's going to be a lot more thing to do with business like this.
Maybe
I
less.
say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
He just said it. That Shock said this whole thing was a 4D chess move.
It really feels like it, man. Like one of the times it's actually true.
Trump just straight up said it. He's like, I think it's really important for the American people to see this. And what has the media done? The media has done its very damnedest to make it all about the last 9 minutes and not have anything to do with showing that Zelensky obviously wasn't there this whole time to make a deal. It did not seem he ever had any intentions of signing the paper that Donald Trump was talking about within the first 30 seconds of this press conference.
Just wasting our time.
Yeah. And our taxpayers' money because your country's broke and we've been paying for all your shit. Like, how else are you flying around this whole planet?
Got him like picking his nose.
Well, that's where the Coke rumors come in.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be.
Wait. I'm going to back it up. We got to hear the whole thing of what Trump just said.
Yeah, go ahead.
wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long.
He thinks it's very important for the American people to see what's going on. And he said, that's why I kept this going for so long. Like he knew that Zelensky was going to lose it. It's interesting.
4D chess.
You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you'd take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who is not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama.
That's another great thing. He's like, look, I gave you the missiles. Like, he's just completely open about all of this shit. Any other president wouldn't say that. They would never said, look, I gave you the javelins.
Hell no. Trump
Obama
has the
gave
balls
you
to say it.
sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice
No,
President.
it's
It'll
not
be a
up
tough
this
deal to
part.
make. Because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks
This is hilarious.
What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right
What are
now,
you
but
saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden.
I love that part.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
Well, you fucking die right now.
What if?
What if you fucking died?
Because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. I mean, your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks.
I watch JD. He looks very content.
He goes, we got exactly what we wanted.
We'll see. I don't know.
And he gave a fucking thumbs up. What do you know? And that is the end of that. The guy's a moron.
That was hilarious watching that in real time. Well, kind of in real.
It's
kind of
exactly
real time.
what everyone thought of him.
Just getting the whole picture of all of it is it's important. It's because it sets up how they got to those last 9 minutes. It's only 9 minutes. That video is just shy of being 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important for people to see the whole thing in context and not just the bullshit that's been going on at the end. Because the media does what they try to do. They try and twist the words.
Twist the tibbles.
That's the first time I've seen it fully. I didn't see like the first half of that.
So let me see here. Where's my Starmer thing? God damn it. I don't have the Starmer thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. I got Starmer there. I got Trudeau there. And then I've got Zelensky here. This is Zelensky from, I believe, yesterday.
The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way as we are sending their sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight because it's nature that we're talking about,
yesterday.
and they will be dying.
What was it?
It's older because he's been in Europe. He wasn't back. This whole setup is Ukraine. The stage. But yeah, he's just saying the U.S. needs to send their sons and daughters to die.
This guy doesn't want peace.
No, of course not. Definitely not.
Did you destroy Shock for his terrible take on La Comida de Mexico?
No, it's not Mexican. It's fucking like.
Do you like tacos,
Tex-Mex.
Shaka Zulu?
Yes, I fucking do. Actual tacos, not the fucking crunchy with the sour cream and the lettuce and tomato.
Oh, you
Not
like
taco.
soft tacos?
No, it's a fucking normal taco. A taqueria taco.
you
2
like them
quart tortillas with a side of meat with cilantro and onions.
Do your teeth hurt?
No.
You don't like
real
a crunchy
fucking
shell?
food. I don't want no shitty fucking Taco Bell taco. Fuck that shit.
Taco Bell? I love Taco Bell.
Talk about shit.
Hey.
Because all nachos are is just a deconstructed taco. I mean,
But it's shitty fucking like
you
tortilla,
don't
like
we get
Tostitos
it.
chips. It's
you
not
don't like crunchy food. We get it.
Tostada. It's not the fucking tostada shit. It's the shitty ass chip, the Tostitos shit.
You could literally make nachos out of Tostita shells if you wanted.
Why would I fucking want to do that if I could just have a tostada?
I'm a gal on that. I hate corn tortillas.
Gal is on a fucking hot streak with her food takes.
Not really.
I think so. Yeah, corn tortillas are disgusting.
Yeah, they're
You're
nasty.
wild.
Because I tried them recently. I'm like, ugh.
You gotta come down to Texas, California, man. That's where all the real Mexican. Actually, Arizona's got decent Mexican food too. But you gotta go to a taqueria.
I was in Texas recently.
Oh, dude,
They're
Pastor.
It's also there's also plenty of good Mexican food in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Vegas too. Yeah. Vegas has a good taqueria.
The Southwest
Yeah,
has got it covered.
Good. Bro, is that true?
Disney created the tortilla.
Oh, the tortilla. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know where the fuck tortilla chip came from. They're called tostadas. It's like the flat tortilla.
I just assumed the tortilla chips came from when people were making tortillas and just left them out all day because they didn't eat them all.
That's tostadas though. Like when they cut them up into chips, those I don't know where the fucking triangle. That's like that's like what's it called? Oh fuck, what's it called? When you fry it up, I forgot what's fucking called. Chilaquiles.
Oh, yes.
Chilaquiles is different. Chilaquiles. That's like when you get
Chilaquiles?
a tortilla and you cut it up into triangles and then you fry it. Oh,
But
yeah.
usually you're putting that in eggs and
Yeah, it's like a fresh
Riso.
chip. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's all tostadas. Chip is like an American thing.
I still can't get over the fact you said nachos are overrated.
Mexicans Mexicans have never gotten mad at me for saying that. They get mad at me for saying mango is overrated. That is what will get me killed in California.
I mean, not a big mango guy. I mean, I enjoy them. I'm gonna say they're terrible.
tried the used Band-Aid tortilla. It hits the spot.
What the fuck is that?
The used Band-Aid. I didn't want to look that up.
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Oh, is that when you go to like a B health rated taqueria, then you eat a burrito and you're like, wow, that was delicious. And then you find a Band-Aid in it and you're like, this is so good.
Or
I'm
is
gonna
it just
keep
what he
on
calls
eating it.
is it just what he calls flour tortillas?
I don't know.
Because they can kind of have like if they get wet or something, they can kind of have like that
Yeah.
rubbery look to them. I don't know.
I don't know.
That gets it.
And I don't know what's going on here. Who invited the brown people? Mi favoritas es flautas.
Flauta. Every woman loves flautas. I don't know what it is. Women love flautas.
What? The concept of Doritos originated in Disneyland in the
Uh-huh.
1960s. Frito-Lay, the company that makes Doritos, operated a restaurant in Disneyland called Casa de Fritos.
Great, correct.
Doritos are my chip. Like that is my go-to. Ice
chip.
Doritos.
But yeah, that is all.
Nacho Trees or Cool Ranch. I can do both.
It's very similar to how hot Cheetos were created. Where just a guy who worked there used to take the leftover like reject Cheetos that didn't have the cheese on them, and then he would just get like the chili and the lime, and he'd just fry it up, and he would serve it to his family.
Why, Kel? Why?
And then he sold.
Is this a meme that the three of us are just completely unaware of?
Which one?
The dirty
I'll
used
say.
Band-Aid in your burrito?
I
Or did
think,
this actually happen to him?
I'm sure it might have happened.
Disgusting.
And you just kept eating it because it was Mexican food and it was good. I don't
'Cause
judge
it-
you.
yeah.
I don't judge you.
I would
I
not
don't
be
judge
happy.
you.
And then Steve is semi-right. I like avocados, but I don't.
I love avocado. Eat it all the fucking time.
Like I'll buy an avocado with the intention of eating it, but I don't like how they're like slimy looking. And they should just automatically come out as guacamole.
I like them all. I like the lazy version where you just get a tortilla and then you spread it on a you get a tortilla, you spread some avocado on it, sprinkle some salt on it, and just eat it.
That
was great.
You got Gal speaking Spanish in here. It's too much Spanish for me.
Speaking Spanish. Too many fucking Just kidding. Tom doesn't like the brownies.
I don't know that. Altas ese no recuerdo deliciosa no comprende español static.
Flautas are delicious.
Yes,
do you not understand? Do you not understand Spanish static?
I only took a semester of Spanish, and when I found out I didn't need to graduate, I dropped that bitch.
I did the same thing. Yeah,
that is true, Weasel.
I didn't need this to graduate. What the fuck am I
what
doing?
Am I doing here? Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah,
because they were teaching it wrong anyway. Like no one could fucking understand me.
I call you a Mexican as a joke.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm just saying, like when I would, like my friends are all Spanish and shit, Mexican.
Oh,
that's another thing. In California, people don't like being called Spanish. They're like, I'm from Mexico, you fucking idiot. I'm not Spanish. So when I say Mexican, it's like you're Spanish. And I'm like, well, I'm from fucking California, okay? So I'm fucking Mexican.
Yeah, I don't know Italian too.
Neither do I.
Andino. That's all I know.
I only know one language.
You guys make fun of Dominus bad pasta takes. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about the rest of the world and how they handle this Zelensky thing.
Go. Gang up on Dom. All right, let's rank your pastas that you would eat.
You got to rank my pastas
that you would eat. If you had to choose, you had to eat pasta tonight. What would you choose?
Yeah. Like, are we kind of like raviolis?
Yeah. You can ravioli.
I go raviolis, yes.
So you like the
stuffed high.
With ricotta cheese?
With the cheesy, yes.
Yummy. I like it with spinach too, like when they do the spinach.
Oh, the spinach one? Yeah, I do enjoy that too, yeah. It's been a while since I have that.
I actually don't think, so you're probably like tortellini then.
Tortellini? Yes.
Yummy.
Like, just like the worst, it's just like regular spaghetti. No.
I think just spaghetti and meatballs or spaghetti with a meat sauce is kind of just like poor people food. Like I eat it all the time, and I'm not saying it's not delicious, but it's something I eat at home when I'm broke, not like go out to a fancy restaurant and get spaghetti with meat sauce. Like if I go to a restaurant, I'm getting chicken parmesan, I'm getting lasagna, I'm getting Alfredo, I'm getting the vodka sauce penne, you know what I mean? Like spaghetti and meatballs is basic bitch. I'm not afraid to say that.
It's good though.
It is good. That's what I was saying. I was saying it's poor people food. Like I make it at home all the time and it's delicious, but I wouldn't order it at a restaurant.
Do you make the meatballs homemade or do you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
My girl's allergic to beef though, so I have to make it with turkey, and I honestly can't tell the difference.
She's allergic to beef?
It's not bad. Yeah, it makes her sick.
No, turkey sucks because it has so much less fat.
You can get fatty turkey. I don't mind turkey meatballs when it's grounded, but like turkey burgers are nasty, but for some reason they work as a meatball.
Wait, who are we deporting? Are we deporting Gal or are we deporting Dom?
Who?
Okay.
Deport. Oh, ice. We're calling ice on Gal. Yeah.
No, me.
Calling ice on her.
Yes.
She live.
How does she live? Yeah. Apparently on ground turkey, which I've had a lot of, and it fucking
I know. I keep trying to force her or trick her to eat beef all the time.
What if you mixed it? Would it be?
I should try that. Like when she goes off. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say. I gotta go now, so I get off work.
Oh, alrighty.
It's getting late.
Yeah, that's my limit.
Yeah. So Dom, let the people know where they can find you. I'll get your links all set up for next week.
Yeah.
And next week we're gonna be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific because Dom is a regular now and he is East Coast, and Shock and Neo can just join whenever they want.
Nice.
And then Yeah, then it matches the same time as pregame. So
there you go. That works.
Yeah.
So let the people know where they can find you.
Son's gonna really. I'm just reading Kel's chat. Son's gonna really love.
When
big-
she's for you, it'd be the sun's about to come up, right?
Yes.
So
Anyway, yeah. So I guess you can find me here now. Which thank you, Static, for drawing that offer to me.
No, I'm glad. Thank you for joining. Thank you
This
for.
I guess my first official show doing. So like I'm excited. I'm gonna take it serious. So really looking forward to streaming with you guys every week. So this is gonna be great.
Yeah, just come in ready to talk shit about anything and everything.
Yeah.
But
Be yourself.
like I follow my Twitter like Dominic24 instead of the eyes. I put ones. That's kind of stupid, but other than that,
you probably had to though because Dominic was probably taken, huh?
yeah, it's been a while since I
I think
made
it's
the
cool.
account. But where else can you find me? I usually game with you guys and like on Saturday chatting on Dermy's channel, and then usually I game with Horny Elf and Adam like before you guys do Ball Busters. We play Dark Tide and
Oh yeah, the Friday.
we tried Starship Troopers. That was pretty cool. I guess you also can find me too on since she's in the chat. On Gal's channel, cooking the books. When we're reading Frankenstein now, but whenever she finished reading the book, I usually talk the book with her.
You're reading this one along
to
with her, aren't you?
What?
You're reading this one along with her, aren't you?
Yeah, I got the book now. It's much
Yeah.
fun, easier. So, yeah, go follow her for that, and I enjoy that. So,
bye. Is that what she's salute?
Yes.
I don't know.
My microphone's moving. I don't know if you heard me.
But
anyway, yes. So sorry for the long
Oh, you're fine.
Outro. I don't know. That's a long.
Well, thanks for joining the team. Look forward to hanging out with you every Monday. And enjoy your evening.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
too, guys.
talk shit about these
have a
fucking.
Good night.
Later.
I gotta get out of here now.
I heard. Oh, the I don't know what it's like in your view, but in my view, it's on the top left corner.
Oh, I see it now.
It's like a back arrow. Yeah. Later on.
Nah, man.
Yeah. So I've heard Starship Troopers is fixed. I currently don't.
Oh,
have
really?
It installed.
They must have just fixed it because I asked Adam like a week ago and he said no.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, salad is gross.
Apparently Weasel makes a good salad.
Unless it's a meat salad. Oh, she was saying bless you. Is that what salute is? I thought it was goodbye. I don't know. Did I sneeze? I thought it went away. I don't remember. Anyways. Justin Trudeau and Keir Starmer are retards. And let's make fun of them. So we got Justin Trudeau. This is on Saturday after Zelensky left the White House. This is what Canada's response. The guy who's quitting says this.
We've also invested close to $20 billion.
Not what I looked at earlier.
Interesting.
I don't have it pulled up anymore. Chucks. I'm pretty sure it said $8 billion, not 20. Anyhow.
In supports for Ukraine, military, economic, and other. And we're going to continue to be there to support Ukraine. And we've also...
Oh, this one cuts off. He says at any cost, and he makes it sound like they could send troops.
Oh, it's any cost.
Yeah.
God. Bullshit.
Oh, Weasel doesn't make salad. That's gay. He bought it
Yeah,
from
he
Stadium.
does. He's always bragging about it.
He said he bought it from Stadium Pizza.
Oh, who eats salad from Stadium Pizza? My God.
I don't even know what Stadium Pizza is.
Oh, really? They don't have Stadium in Arizona?
Nope.
It must be a West Coast thing. Yeah, it's a pizza place.
I'm not. I might as well be West Coast.
Yeah, you are. That's why I'm shocked. Like maybe it's just a California thing. They have really good cauliflower pizza.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, like I had it there and I was like, this is good, but it was not worth $20 for cauliflower pizza. They have good beer too. Do you guys have My Buddies?
Stadium Pizza is apparently only 3 locations in California.
Wow, it's Southern California then. I know where
Temecula, Wildemar, and
oh my God,
more.
That's it?
Yep.
Yeah, I can only name 3 Stadium Pizza locations. Oh shit. Yeah, I live around that area. Those are all within like 30 miles from each other too. But yeah, do you guys have My Buddy pizza?
My Buddy, like
My Buddies, yeah.
No.
It's a weird other like SoCal pizza place, and they have this taco pizza, and it's fucking disgusting.
Ugh.
It has beans and sour cream and lettuce and tomato on a pizza. It's disgusting.
The lettuce. So we had my first job, like my first job, not working like under the table type thing, was for Godfather's Pizza. And they had a taco pizza where they loaded the top of it with lettuce and everything. And it had like a special like taco sauce, and you put the cheddar instead of the mozzarella on it.
No, I'm fast.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting. I'd rather just eat a taco. A fake taco.
Oh, well, Weasel has fancy Stadium Pizza. His is independent.
Yeah, I like Stadium. Stadium's bomb. We go there all the time.
La-ti-da.
They have good beer too. They got hazy IPAs.
There was one IPA that I used to love.
Which one?
Something Bell.
Something Bell.
I can't remember.
Nice.
But it was one of the best beers I've ever had. And here is Keir Starmer, the dictator-in-chief of the United Kingdom, arresting you for your naughty tweets.
Mm-hmm.
While letting the sexual assault gangs just do whatever they want.
Yeah. Jeez.
First, we will keep the military aid.
He just sounds gay.
Yeah.
First.
First, we will keep the military aid flowing and keep increasing the economic pressure on Russia to strengthen Ukraine now. Second, we agreed that any lasting peace must ensure
I can't take his voice
and
seriously.
security, and Ukraine must be at the table. Third, in the event of a peace deal, we will keep boosting Ukraine's own defensive capabilities to deter any future invasion. Fourth, we will go further to develop a coalition of the willing to defend a deal in Ukraine and to guarantee the peace. Not every nation will feel able to contribute, but that can't mean that we sit back. Instead, those willing will intensify planning now with real urgency. The UK is prepared to back this with boots on the ground and planes in the air.
Of course.
And there it is.
Boots on the ground. That's all they like.
World War III.
World of the Wars.
We'll let it play out here.
Yeah.
Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support
He's not wrong. Europe should be doing way more than they are.
Oh yeah.
If you're so worried about him coming in and taking over all of your fucking countries, where are you at?
Yeah, it's your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Do you feel it to have broad ocean? Do I feel it? I'm like, that is quite the fucking excursion to cross the fucking Pacific Ocean to Alaska, to Canada. That is a long journey that most countries cannot make if they wanted to invade.
I don't have the pictures. Somehow all the European leaders were able to meet up all in the same spot within 24 hours after this meeting that Zelensky had with Trump and take like fucking photo ops with Zelensky. And I don't have the pictures, but this is exactly right. They're white knighting. All this is these European leaders that are doing all this shit at Trudeau. It's anti-Trump fucking rhetoric is all it is. That's all it is. And what's really weird is if something were to pop off, America's just going to sit back and watch with Trump in charge.
We ain't worried.
Go fuck yourselves.
Dude, Canada is about to fucking feel it, man.
Here's the other thing, though. It makes us highly susceptible to false flags.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of theories about certain bombings and such that might be possibly false flag-ish, tangentially with certain harbors and things that just drew us into previous wars.
Most war is false flag propaganda shit.
I want to be surprised with all of them.
Yeah, all of them are. Because I mean, Trump said it himself, and it doesn't take a brainiac. Like whenever they would ask him what he's going to do when it comes to geopolitical warfare, he's like, "Why would I tell you what I'm going to do? Why would I tell you who I'm going to attack, when I'm going to attack, and how I'm going to attack them? Like that is not something you publicly say out loud, even before or after."
Okay. So Weasel says at the shortest point, it's only 55 miles between the U.S. and Russia. He's not coming over here.
No, he's not. Yeah, no way.
I would be retarded.
He ain't coming over here. No way.
Trump doesn't want any beef. Trump doesn't want to get into any fucking wars. He wants to stay away from them.
He was already fucking Russia's ass with the whole energy wars, bro. He was killing them.
I don't have any of the stuff on it, but like we might be going to war with the fucking cartel.
Oh, I know. He already declared war on them, which in a way is a war on China.
He dedicated them as like official terrorist organization, right? Like they're a public enemy for sure. But there's stuff that's come out recently where if the Mexican government doesn't stop working hand in hand with the cartel, that actions could be taken. Living in Arizona and you in California, probably not necessarily looking forward to what that might mean.
No, it's gonna be wild.
I'm
not that close to the border, so I'm pretty good for the most part.
I'm like 4 hours from the border.
Yeah, I don't work near the border, but that's gonna be. I'm gonna hear a lot of shit. I hope, not hope, but I bet. I bet. I'm gonna hear a lot of shit.
Oh well, yeah, your fucking government's gonna bitch about it the whole day. For sure.
Yeah, that too.
He's bombing our friends. They give us money so we can help them traffic children.
He's bombing all the merchandise. I mean, children. God, so bad. Oh, Mexico's retarded, man. I mean, they like refuse. I mean, even like normal Mexicans that I know who are pretty progressive are like, it's pretty strange how Mexico doesn't want to help their own citizens. And it's like, then why do you advocate you want to fucking live there and you don't move there? Like, you're always bitching about how Mexico's better than America. And here's the thing. Most people that I know, the men, like I'm talking about the fucking grown-ass men Mexicans that I know, they're in their 30s and their 40s. They were like, Mexico was great in the 90s. Once it hit 2000, when the cartel shit started like rising up and the Mexican government didn't do anything about it, and then America made it times a bajillion what the Mexican government was already allowing, it all turned to shit. And I 100% believe them.
Oh, you mean when we were trafficking guns to the cartel, everything went to hell? Huh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Huh. Who would have known?
Who would have thought?
All right, let's listen to the rest of this fucking douchebag.
Our continent. And to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing. We're working with the US on this point after my meeting with President Trump last week.
What's with this signage on the front of this? Securing our future. This is called propaganda. This is messaging to support your messaging.
And let me be clear, we agree with the President on the urgent need for a durable peace. Now, we need to deliver together. Finally, we agreed that leaders will meet again very soon to keep the pace behind these actions and to keep working towards this shared plan. We are at a crossroads in history today. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace. Thank you.
So yeah, they just want to start war. That's what they've wanted to do. This is the coming out party for all the globalists. Even though we've already known, but like now it's like making it more obvious. Just making it more obvious who the fucking commies are. I'm done talking about Zelensky. I have a few other things, but I'm just so over it.
We get too much into just, I guess, kind of already said it, but like Canada and Europe are threatening that they'll start giving them money, and I don't think they're even going to do it. But it's,
yeah, like all of Europe is all of a sudden. So like that might be another part of this like 4D chess with Trump having that press conference with Zelensky, because all of a sudden Europe's like, we're going to give you guys money.
Well, if you won't do it, then we'll be. That's, I don't know. That's like fucking like your piece of shit uncle that's a freeloader, and your dad's like, you know what? Like, I'm not helping you this time because you take it for granted of the shelter I give you, and the fucking uncle that owes you like a couple $100 is like, you know what, kid? I'll give you money. It's like the irresponsible fucking adult in the world of geopolitics doesn't even pay their own fucking bills, and like, yeah, I'll pay.
Experience? Did you lend your uncle a lot of money?
No.
I say, who gives their uncle money?
I don't know, probably a lot of people.
I wouldn't be surprised. It does sound like kind of like a low life uncle type thing to do.
Yeah. My uncles have only gone to jail. Not like they're not that much of a piece of shit.
Okay, right.
They'll
money from a kid.
Yeah, they won't fucking lend money to a fucking idiot. Like my uncles, the two uncles that went to jail, they were both like, "Don't be a fucking idiot like me." They're like Gary. They're a lot like Gary.
Okay.
They're like, yes, I went to jail. I fucking deserved it. Would I do it again? Yes, but don't be an idiot like me. Like, okay.
Okay. It's kind of like Steve.
Oh yeah. God. Wild.
So Sunday, was it Sunday? No, it would have been Saturday. Remember what happened last week before Zelensky?
I'm trying to think. It's been a while.
White binders.
Oh my god, yeah. The insider media was trying to dunk on the mainstream media, and then they ended up just looking more elite than the actual mainstream media. Or so that's their story.
Well, they ended up looking just as retarded as the mainstream media, because they were given these binders that had nothing in it. All the information was everything we've gotten before, and actually was even missing more information than what had already been released.
Mm-hmm. And so they all just had to admit that they got bamboozled. That was the only move. And they all just admit, yeah, we got bamboozled. We're sorry. It looked terrible. And honestly, the only one that I saw that actually broke the, not the NDA, but they basically had like an agreement. You can't release the data until the announcement's made up, right? Mm-hmm. Jack Posobiec, I'm pretty sure, was the only one that said, yeah, by the way, this binder's empty. And we're waiting for information. He's like, oh. That's all you had to say. Well, look at us with a binder. And then an hour later go, what the fuck? This is empty. But no one else did that.
TikTok actually scanned it and made it so you could download it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say there was another one who did that as well on their own. Other people went through it. Cernovich went live and went through a few pages. Like the people that I saw that went live with it, they only went live for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. It was
How
wild.
the hell are you going to show up this far into this chat talking about a conversation that happened 20 minutes ago?
About nothing. It was such a nothing burger. It was terrible. It was disgusting.
I was talking about Paul Hadouken here. Corn tortillas is the only way to go. You're so wrong.
Truly.
Oh, Paul's 30 minutes behind.
I've been there. I've done that. I fucking missed whole news today because of my stupid meeting.
Yeah, exactly. Weasel saying some of the docs they had were redacted, even though some had already been released long ago, unredacted. Yeah, exactly. This whole thing has been a clusterfuck. There's a lot of people out there calling for Pam Bondi's job.
Oh, yeah.
They're calling for Pam Bondi's job and saying to bring in what's his bucket? The guy that was originally going to be nominated for this. The Florida plastic surgery left Congress to become a news person. Matt Gaetz.
Oh, Matt Gaetz, yeah.
They want Matt Gaetz back. I'm like, he kind of left because they were going to dig into his history, which we still didn't get any answers. There's still suspicions behind Matt Gaetz' previous actions.
I'm still because there's so much slander against him that was actually proven wrong. To where it's like, so is this third slander thing actually right? And he's deeply afraid of it or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
the
weird.
Track record so far is good.
What's that?
The track record so far is good. Like all the shit that they've accused him of, he's been pretty innocent of. Like I can't believe for years believed in the edit from Fox News with Tucker Carlson. They edited a clip with Matt Gaetz so perfectly to where it was him saying like, so there's allegations with you or have relations with a 16-year-old or 18-year-old 17-year-old girl, and then it switches to Matt Gaetz saying 17-year-old woman, and then Tucker Carlson making his like infamous like what the fuck face. And that shit never happened.
Yeah.
It was edited so well, and I believed it forever. And then there was the gay orgy shit with his wife, and that wasn't true either. He was cheating on his wife with other women. And then nobody cared. They were like, so I'm just like, every time they try to slander this guy, it proves to be false. I honestly want to like respect the track record at this point and give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm sorry, I was reading tweets. I've got mad notifications.
Good.
There was you saw the tweet this morning from Trump.
Which one?
He's gonna drop some big announcement tomorrow.
No, I missed that.
He's gonna be addressing Congress tomorrow night, and he said he's gonna tell everyone something. I don't think this is going to happen, but what I would love to see is him just go, Bill Gates, 9 Bill Clinton, 12 times, Hillary Clinton.
Not even an introduction, just names and numbers. I like that.
Just Oprah Winfrey. 12 times.
What if he does like what's it called? What's his fucking name? The guy on Family Guy. The actor who got ran into James Woods. 0. What are they just like fucking baiting people? Donald Trump 0. That'd be great.
That would be pretty good. That would be good. I would love for him to just start reading off names and doing something Epstein related. I don't think that's going to be the case.
No.
I think we're going to get some more economic news. Because he's done this before where he's like, I'm going to tell everyone whatever. And and he makes a big deal out of it. And it's all just kind of like,
Yeah.
Like, cool. No one else would have done it or something like that, but it's just not like that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think so.
But we'll see. We'll see. This still the greatest start to any fucking presidency ever, right?
Yep.
Like that
Oh,
can't
yeah.
be taken away.
Nope.
So I got this clip of Pam Bondi. She went on Fox News Mark Levine's show on Saturday, and she had some shit to say about the release of the documents.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure volume's good.
Welcome back, America. We're here with, and I'm very excited about this, Attorney General Pam Bondi, a good friend, especially a good friend of my wife, but a wonderful lady, a great lawyer. Welcome to the program, Madam Attorney General. I want to get into this Epstein thing a little bit. I think the American people are very curious about who's on this list or these lists. You have been doggedly...
No, I don't give a shit who's on the list. I want whoever's on the list to be arrested. I want charges pressed. I want things to happen. I don't give a fuck about a list.
Trying to get all the information. And now we learn, thanks to you, that you've been stonewalled by people in New York. Do you want to explain that?
Yes, Mark. So, as you know, we released...
Cope and seethe, bitch. What's your job? Where's Kash Patel? Why are these people walking all over you? I'll let her continue.
About 120 pages of documents. And I started asking for these documents right when I came into office and before Kash Patel was in there. So I ended up getting about 120 pages. We carefully redacted them, of course, to be sure the 254 young girls, women who are victims of sex crimes and sex trafficking.
I hear you. Really, though? Just the whole page. Because we needed that because there was too much context for them to find out who this would be. Sure.
Totally.
And then as Weasel pointed out earlier, over redacting things that had already been publicly released.
Yeah.
All I hear is cope so far. This is all cope. I think this woman needs to go.
Trafficking, their personal information was redacted and out of there to protect them. So I'm going through it and I kept saying, there has to be more. There has to be more. I'm assured that's it. Kash asked the same questions. Assured there's no more. I found out, this week that a source told me New York, SDNY, they're sitting on thousands of pages of documents regarding Epstein. Thousands. And of course, you've seen the very strong letter. We will get.
Is there anything more gay that someone in politics could say? You saw our very strong worded letter.
I know. I had a really strong. Oh my God. I spoke to your manager.
We're so sick and tired of strongly worded letters, people. We have been strongly worded letters into apathy at this point. Thank you.
Everything, we will have it in our possession. We will redact it, of course, to protect grand jury information and confidential witnesses, but the American people have a right to know. And Donald Trump is the most transparent president in our nation's history. So not only will America get the full Epstein files, they will get JFK, they will get Martin Luther King.
Well, that's fantastic, but I assume
this most transparent presidency thing is becoming a talking point.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they try and turn that around on him.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know how, but it's becoming a talking point so that people can start picking up on it.
Probably.
And using it because it is truthful. but can it be weaponized?
District in New York is or has been holding on to this information for a reason. That is, they don't like the names on the list. And of course, we know New York is a hotbed of the Democrat Party, and that includes in legal circles. Do you think that's part of the issue here, that they're trying to protect a lot of names and individuals?
You know, Mark, I have not reviewed the information.
Retarded question, Mark Levine. Retarded question. Most unimportant question out there.
Yet. And as a lawyer, as a prosecutor, I want to review everything before
My dad loves Mark Levine, and anyways.
I make a firm conclusion. But I think it's very interesting that they withheld that from us. And I will find out who withheld it, and they will not be working for us anymore.
That girl boss, dude, she's so excited. She's got so much power. They will not. They will not.
They will listen to me.
And I will. God. Strongly worded letter.
They will respect my authority.
That needs to be memed. That
I
needs
know.
to be fucking memed.
Just put that bitch on Griffith's face with some sunglasses on. Yeah, you will respect my authority. Instead of the baton, it's just a fucking like letter.
Yes.
That was the best episode of South Park ever,
So
dude.
good. I need to watch
love
South Park so bad.
I know. I need to rewatch them.
More.
So once all that's gathered, you're just going to put it out in the public with the obvious necessary redactions, including the people who were the victims and the phone numbers and so forth. But for the perpetrators, I assume that we'll see those names. Yes.
Well,
what even is this? This is a fucking fluff piece.
Yeah.
He's like, so when you get those documents, though, you'll make the needed redactions. We'll get to see the perpetrators' names, right? That's what she's been saying this whole time. She's literally said nothing. And you've asked no questions, Mark Levine. Making the big bucks on Fox News, and you fumble it.
Yup.
Certainly, there's nothing can be withheld on that. Of course, as you know, grand jury information, anything confidential will be withheld under the law. And we're going to do everything in our power to protect the victims so they're not further victimized also.
Let me ask you a question, kind of in this vein.
We've been waiting this whole time. Please do.
And it may be too early to know because you just got to the Department of Justice. This guy, Jack Smith, his team of lawyers and so forth and so on, do we know yet, and I happen to know that is a big damn department with a lot of people, and so it just takes time to figure things out, but do we happen to know yet whether they complied with all the requirements of the Presidential Records Act and the Espionage Act? That is, did they store all their materials for you folks to look at when you choose to look at it? Do we know that, or did they remove or destroy any of it?
Mark, that's what we're looking at now. We're going through all of that. And now that I just got Kash Patel in as FBI director, he's, of course, a tremendous help. I've been in office, barely 2 weeks, and it feels like 2 years. We are going nonstop. We will get to the bottom of that. And as you know,
she's enjoying every
minute. The first thing I did was fire the Jack Smith team. That was the ultimate.
What I understand, she's been on like 9 freaking Fox News interviews since this.
Oh, she's loving it.
Yeah,
so much attention.
And I fucking wish Twitter would actually like do better. Maybe I need to pay more money to get a better fucking resolution from Twitter. Like,
I assume you did if you got blue.
Yeah, no, it just plays at 360. Everything is fucking 360.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's absolute shit because you can't tell this bitch really is 60 something years old.
She don't quite look it.
That's because there's a lot of fuzzy pixels going on that's helping her out a lot.
She ain't MILF enough for my liking.
You mean GILF? She probably needs another 10 years?
Yeah, another 10 years. Yeah, she needs to see like maybe 2, maybe 3 more grandkids graduate high school.
Right. Oh, and you know what? This was an interesting clip because I kind of forgot about this. So this is a tweet. This is a Jesse Waters thing, and ALX tweeted this out. And it's about that Southern Department of New York or whatever SDNY stands for. I think it's Southern Department, and the FBI New York. Who's running that? You won't be surprised. And I think these names should sound familiar.
So who's in charge at the New York FBI field office? Who's withholding Epstein docs from the Attorney General? James Dennehy is running the show there.
Who resigned today. That's right. He just resigned.
Interesting.
Doesn't mean he can't catch an obstruction case later or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he resigned today.
There he is. This is the guy who emailed his whole staff to dig in after Trump took office. And don't forget that James Comey's daughter is an assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York.
James Comey's daughter is a high-ranking official in the SDNY.
She worked on the Epstein and Maxwell cases. She's kind of knee-deep in this. Epstein was facing sex trafficking charges in Lower Manhattan. Where's all that paperwork? The FBI seized computers, surveillance videos, banking records, file cabinets, and photographs from all of Epstein's properties in New Mexico, the Virgin Islands, Palm Beach, and in New York. The Justice Department also gave Epstein a sweetheart non-prosecution deal 17 years ago. Where are those files? The Bureau of Prisons. Where are those files? You remember where Epstein killed himself? I asked Bill Barr about that, why everything seemed to go wrong that night.
When I first heard all the information and all the coincidences here, I was suspicious.
What were the coincidences? I mean, those were a lot of coincidences.
Well, one of the cameras was out.
Right.
He was supposed to have a cellmate. The cellmate left. They didn't replace the cellmate. And the guards who were supposed...
The cellmate beat the shit out of him. And then they moved him to this other cell where whatever happened.
Supposed to check him every half hour, didn't check him.
My EMT source said he was on the scene immediately to pull Epstein's body out to the morgue. And when he got to the cell, he saw 7 people there touching Epstein's body and moving stuff around.
Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see. No cover-up happening at all. Did you there? Bill Barr was so suspicious that he did nothing. Yeah.
Oh, Weasel gets $7.20 premium.
I think the clip I just watched might have been.
And yeah, the people who put the clip up are retarded.
Way better. Yeah, that one was $7.20.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do memes, and then we're gonna talk about a retard. We're gonna bring the first retard.
Wonderful.
To Monday Night Bloodbath. But I want to go through some memes first. This one's not really this. It's a meme, but it's just a fucking based ass tweet from the fucking White House. The White House account is so good. Have you said thank you once?
Say thank you.
This is the White House account saying this shit.
No one says thank you to America. Honestly, I haven't watched Steven Crowder in like a long time.
Either
but I watched him today, and he had a really good show today.
Okay.
He basically went through that whole list of how much of the 2% of army dues for NATO has each country like made it. So basically, they were like France made it 1.5. They were 0.5% off. Spain only did 0.5 of their 2%. And then they went on, yeah, but this is what they paid their other taxes on. Universal basic health care, free vacation for seniors. And they went through all the social fucking programs they could afford because they didn't do the 2%, to pay for NATO, to pay for their army, their military.
Right.
It was pretty good.
Lovely.
I didn't even know about the Spain thing, dude. How seniors get free vacation for 10 days?
Oh, I had no idea.
That's fucking bullshit.
Well, maybe you should move to Spain.
Hell no.
Besides the fact that
their food is bland.
They are probably becoming more commie than any other country right now.
Oh, I bet.
So we got this one.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. And what you're doing is very disrespectful.
This is the one that I thought it was. I thought this was the one where they threw him around. Oh, and then, so after Zelensky left the White House on Friday, he went straight to Fox News and did an interview.
Ooh, I missed that. I did not know that.
Well, here is a clip from his interview with Brett Baer.
All I wanted was a little bit of money, just a little bit. I need money to buy a little bit of cocaine. You know, I hope.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
I can get cocaine from Hunter Biden.
Yes,
I'm
right.
not feeling well today. They took
Bomb
my
ass
cocaine
Trump.
at the airport. I need money so I can buy a little bit of cocaine, please.
Please. Oh, that's good. I was like, what the fuck? Fox News, I missed this.
And we've got this one here. Hey, wait. How you doing, CMA?
Oi.
Send me that. I don't know your Twitter. I don't. Hit me up on Twitter. I can get it to you.
Doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. Doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
I didn't find the one with the golfer throwing him in the water. I'm surprised no one did that one. You're over there typing like your gal.
I know. Sorry.
And that was it. That was the last one. Please tell me I didn't screw this up.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and we don't have to talk about this, but this is one of the most retarded fucking things. And you can just tell this guy is so fucking long gone. Short Fat Otaku.
Oh no, it's time. I forgot.
He tweeted this out.
Oh god.
For all of their faults, still better than MAGA.
Oh.
And he has the Bush Jr. administration.
How? That's like the one thing the right and the left like have agreed on in the long term is how fucking terrible Bush was. Like
Not
everyone.
true. Once Trump came around, then Bush became accepted by the left.
That's true.
And
guess-
you know what? They're going to do the same thing to the next one because these people are fucking radicals.
I'm thinking back to 2020 when the left really split into populist and more Democrats were starting to support Trump during the pandemic.
Okay, so that did happen. Not as much as we needed, but it did.
Yeah, so I guess you're right because there are a lot of people that I mean, Jesus, man.
So and the original tweet actually says with this picture and everything. This original tweet says, "I know one thing: Zelensky would have received a hero's welcome from these guys and sent home with enough ammo to go all the way to Moscow."
Yeah, that's why we hate Bush. Fuck.
That was why. Yeah, exactly. That is why no one fucking liked this guy.
This is principle.
He was
Like
a fucking murderer.
Have principles and policies. You're just you prove that you're such a like, I don't know, fucking like biased. It's all about team colors, color of the boot for you. That's a bad tweet, man. I haven't seen him like cooperate with anyone in a long time.
You
Does
think
he
this
still
is
do like
AI or
YouTube
something?
and shit?
What's
Huh?
that?
Do you think does he still do YouTube? I haven't seen him do anything in a long time.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
What's he up to?
I saw him on. He was on Shagswood channel a couple months ago.
Well,
But
Shags would have called his ass out
unsubbed
if
a
you
long
said
time
that. He'll
ago.
talk to anybody.
I used to listen to him, but I unsubbed a while back.
See, he's smart enough to not bring that up around certain people that are willing to talk to anybody. You know what I mean? He's really good at choosing who he says this shit around.
Yeah.
Definition of a fucking slime ball. The decline of Starbucks is the last video he made. What the fuck?
When was that?
12 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, you say he's good at choosing the people he talks to, and
I think he's good at like not saying specific things around certain people.
Right. Okay.
So that he like the reasonable guy who's willing to talk to both sides, well, he doesn't see this side of him. So he can say, well, I'm cool with him. He was on my show. Yeah, he's fucking afraid of you.
Yeah. Well, like I mean, he used to be a regular on the side scrollers.
Oh, until fucking Melee K kicked his ass.
Yeah, this is true.
She embarrassed the fuck out of him. And then now it's the Melees that are mainly guests on side scrollers. I actually enjoy watching side scroll hers way more than actual side scrollers.
It's interesting. We won't talk about that.
Well, Vara Dark was on, and I wanted to watch Vara Dark and Melee K. It was a good show.
Fair enough. Anything else you wanted to talk about? Because otherwise, I'm done. My throat's going. My voice, my throat, my voice.
Nah, not much. Oh God, Mike Myers.
He's Canadian. I don't care if he wears a shirt that says Canada's not for sale. Are we surprised Mike Myers is a dumb fucking tool? No.
Well, I was just that's what I was doing on my gaming stream. I was just kind of really sad. I was talking about I was really sad.
No, not Shags. She dominated short fat otaku. Not Shags. She didn't do anything to Shags.
Nah. Shags is real. Like I like Shags because when he says something, I know he means it.
He means it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think
Exactly.
I think you're fake when you choose who to say your opinions around certain people.
Yeah.
Like short fat otaku. But no, I like Shags. But no, short fat otaku got fucking served when Melee K was on side scrollers with her.
Kind of corrected history, if I remember right.
Oh yeah. And that's why she deserves to be like regular, guest on side scrollers because she does great. Both the Melees are awesome and they deserve.
Yeah, I love the Melees.
Yeah, they're
everyone
great.
goes up to the Melees. I know everyone in chat probably already is.
But yeah, I was just really sad where I was just like, how is it that I grow up with these artists, right? Form my view of the world, right? And then as they get older, you would think that they would want to, because since they have such a rebellious attitude at a younger age, they would grow up to continue have that rebellious point of view to where it's like the second your side stops being the rebellious one and they start being the establishment, you should naturally just want to flip colors because it's your nature to be rebellious, right? Why is it when these older people, they get old, they feel the need to defend the old guard just for the sake of defending the old guard? It just makes me sad.
I don't know if Kel's trolling me or not.
Melees. I think
I know he's full of shit
trolling.
because he watches fucking Ballbusters.
He got you. He got you. He got you to text Melee. He's laughing at you.
Fuck you, Kel. Well, in that case, Shock, shill your wares. What are you gonna play this weekend?
KCD1, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
For the first one. What's funny is that KCD2 is actually criminally incomplete. Apparently,
Yeah,
there's a lot of side quests that they're gonna release.
You think you're gonna get nickel and dimed over DLC?
Oh yeah, I'll buy the DLC for sure.
Well, but I mean, like, are they gonna just roll out a bunch of DLC that was originally intended?
No. So basically, the game had been done 5 months prior to it actually being released,
Mhm.
and this whole time, those 5 months, they were working on this patch, and they added in the patch last minute this really annoying tutorial screen that tells you to stop holding straight on your horse when you're sprinting. Everyone fucking complained about that. No, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I don't want to play fucking Elseworlds Final Fantasy.
No,
right? You can enjoy it. I don't want to shit on you what you like, but it's just not for me. But yeah, I'll let some updates go by. Wait for the DLC to come out, and then I'll do another run on hardcore mode.
Ooh, okay.
Hardcore mode, and then for my KCD1 playthrough, I'm gonna try to get the achievement to choose all the negative traits. So basically, when you do hardcore mode, you have to choose negative traits. Like,
oh, okay.
So you can be born with like a stomach virus, which means you have to eat more, or you're really shy and you can't talk to girls. Your charisma is lower with women because you're shy against girls.
Okay.
There's tons of fucking negative traits, and you can choose all of them, and then you can try to beat the game with all of them, and you get an achievement. It's great.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll be on pregame and Ballbusters, and that's it. Why would I spend $60 just for you to spend $5 in Vegas? That's not a fucking deal. I'd rather play Ratchet and Clank again.
Did you play the PS5 one?
I didn't play it. Rift in Time or whatever. I didn't. You mean the 4, right? I didn't play the PS4.
I don't know what number it is, but it's available on certain places.
That doesn't make the argument better. It's $70. Can't afford that. Jeez. I have to buy KCD DLC. But the Gronking podcast went well.
Oh yeah. Is that out for everyone or is it just for members?
It's just for members, but dude, my fucking webcam mic was on, not my actual mic.
Oh.
I sound like shit. And I no one fucking told me. It actually didn't sound terrible, but the issue is I have a mute button on my mic. So when I muted my mic, I coughed. So
you were coughing all over the place.
I was coughing in front of people. I'm like, fuck, I look like a jackass. Good. But I went pretty easy on it because I got the entire panel to agree that the gay Han shit was pandering. And the combat is a downstep from 1. I didn't think I'd get them all to agree on that. I was like, holy shit. All right.
Okay.
Cool. So I took it easy. I stopped hating on it after that. I'm like, all right, we'll just talk about the good things now. Because it was like fucking 45 minutes of like negativity. And I'm like, I have so much more bad things to say about this game, but let's actually talk about why we're giving it an 8 out of 10. But it was all good. It will be out at the end of next week. It'll be out for everybody on the Gronkins. But if you're a member, you can watch it now.
I might be a member. I need to go check.
You should. They give members all the time.
I know.
But anyway, that's it for me, guys. Yep, and I'll be on the pub. I always forget the pub. Ballbusters and the pub are like the same show to me because it's
this week Ballbusters and the pub is the same show. They're doing their 12-hour stream.
Yeah.
I'll be there for some of it, if not most of it, because I have no life. So
I'm jealous. I don't like
I'll hang out and play fucking video games, I guess. I don't
want to be alone.
Like, are they going to do it through Discord or are they going to do it through fucking StreamYards or
StreamYards? I'm assuming.
I would think so, but like if they were like it's 12-hour stream, they're not going to play any games or anything.
Oh, that's true. We should play.
Or are they going to play like Gartic Phone and shit like that?
Oh God. No. We should play Overcooked.
Wait, who needs to hire you as the sound guy? Huh? What?
Ballbusters, or yeah,
maybe
Ballbusters is the only one that doesn't have a Paul Hadouken song. They use fucking AI. They use
oh yeah, because
Songster.
Paul's gonna be on that show.
How capable are you of writing like a really gay song, Paul? Like, are you up to that? You have to talk about furries and VTubers.
Oh,
and,
you mean like lyrically? I was thinking like with a guitar. I was like, how do you write a gay guitar part?
yeah, it's called Judas Priest.
Oh,
you wear leather pants when you're doing it.
Okay, you're going with the literal.
No. But yeah, lyrically, I don't know how you do that.
Well, I mean,
you're up to the task.
lyrically, you could just like write songs about furries and weasel and
Gronking. Gronking needs to hire you for sound. What was it? Actually, Jono, I told him in the chat, like on our little group chat, I was like, dude, I'm so fucking sorry. My webcam mic was on. And Jono was like, oh my God, I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to be an asshole. I didn't want to be like, are you sure that's your mic? You sound like shit, and he didn't want me to feel bad. And I'm like, no, I do have an actual mic.
Is that an asshole thing to do? Because I do that all the time.
I think he was assuming like because I'm not like a streamer, I don't have a legit mic or something like that, and he thought that's just how I always sound, maybe. Because if he doesn't watch my content and he's like, hey, your mic sounds like shit, do you have another mic? And then I'm like, no, this is the only mic I have. And then he'd feel really bad. I didn't say you were, but now we're going to talk about it. Weasel's a furry.
I did. That was part of my gay song.
He'll make it all the gay. Yeah, make a song about Weasel, and then we'll put it in Ballbusters, and we'll see if we can tell. See if it matches the show.
Well, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm done. You can catch us on the Weekend Pregame, where we will be talking about the new Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch it. I can watch
the trailer.
it.
Looked so it comes out tomorrow.
Okay,
the first 2 episodes.
Wednesday.
The trailer made it look great, and then I've been seeing. I don't look for stuff like this online, but of course they just naturally tend to like gravitate to you when you don't want to know about this shit. It's not looking good.
Oh man.
So we'll see. So tune in for that on Thursday. I've also got some. I've got some. We might have to bust out the tinfoil. We got some weird food conspiracy theories. We've got all the retards we could want. I think I've got some of those. It's only Monday. I've got a few days to find some more bullshit for us to talk about. So see you all then. Until next time, have a good one.
See you later, guys.